The Seedy Underbelly of Final Fantasy XIV by oohboy. I'm ready for this. We've had a lot of fun with 14. I have a lot of fun with 14. Currently sitting in another monitor, grinding grinding endgame tide node mats, right? A lot of fun. I assure you, I have a lot of fun with it. I don't know what this is going to be addressing, but I came across this in my feed, and I'm ready for this.
Eorzea, the biggest world in the Final Fantasy universe. With almost 1,000 hours of lush JRPG story, 100 dungeons, 4 expansions, and 30 million players, this is a world in which you can truly get lost in. Maybe even too lost. I had taken it upon myself to venture into this land, and I have returned with a collection of folklore legends. Not of the civil war that destroyed Balladia, not of the conquests of Garlemald, but of the players themselves. This is the Seedy Underbelly of Final Fantasy XIV.
Look at all those dances. Not don't! I've heard, isn't Dak pretty big? I actually have no idea who Dak is, if I'm being honest. I've heard their name. I think they're a big raider, right? I'm not familiar with them. I'm ready for this. Hit me with this. There better be Gamba.
And nowhere is the debauchery of adventurers on greater display than in the nightclubs.
Oh no. Not like this! Is this why furniture is
If you've been to any of the major cities in the game, you've no doubt noticed the plague that nightclubs have wrought. K-pop night, VIP area, dancers, bar, photographer, mask and ball date night, gossip club. Do you like gossip? Come to Club Gossip. Check out our Discord, Club Gossip.
Oh, are these the things I see in Party Finder? Party Finder. If I scroll down... Yep, RP Coral, Third Eye, Izakaya Happy Hour. RP 18 plus Midnight Echoes. Open tonight. Okay, now this makes sense.
Fallen, the very best metal from the depths of hell. Project XIV, open now. Kingdom Hearts, Gamba, 18 plus, not safe for work. Kommt vorbei und schaut euch unseren etwas anderen Club an. Bei dem
You know what? I don't even know what this is saying. I don't even know what this is saying, but I love it. I love German as a language.
Nicht alles im Keller ist. And hey, in case you missed it the first time, here's another one 2 minutes later. On the Odin server during peak times, a nightclub ad appears in shout chat every 4 minutes and 13 seconds on average.
Wow.
With some of them consisting of 2 or more messages. That's around 26 messages in shout chat every.
I know that when I started streaming, prior mod I had was like, you know, Kip, you and Shout Chat should just say that you're streaming over on the Purple app. I always feel like so like weird doing stuff like that. I couldn't do it.
Hour. Gold sellers don't even spam as often as these guys, but they wouldn't do it if it didn't work, right? Supply and demand. These clubs must be fucking wild. So let's go check them out. Come now, everyone. Woo!
Come, Nerevar! Wait, what? Good Photoshop.
Let me walk you through the average nightclub experience. First, you find one that you like on this website. Yes, there is a website. Why do they still spam chat when this exists?
Why do they spam chat when this exists? Bro, I didn't even know this existed. Makes sense.
Yeah. Good question. By the way, check out the team this website has. Engineering lead, engineer, React engineer. Impressive. When people ask what I do, I tell them I'm a scientist. Anyway, you check.
I tell them I just work in adult entertainment. I talk to adults for a living. That's what that is.
What server, zone, and building the club is at, and hop to the specified world. You immediately forget the address, so you open the party finder to double check. Yes, they also advertise in the party finder, sometimes multiple times. Clubs are a disease. Congratulations, you have now arrived at the club. At this point, you need to be quick. You need to pop sprint, and you need to run straight downstairs, because if you don't, you'll immediately get bombarded with whispers by the door guard, the receptionist, the secondary door guard, the 11Z's guard. I'm serious, look at these guys. Is this where we're going? Yeah, let's get.
I mean, is it all RP? Like, or do you pay these people? What is what? When my brain is like, what is the economics and structure behind this, rather than, oh, okay, this is a thing. I love how I'm just like, oh, yeah, the economics behind this. I mean, obviously there's going to be some kind of division of guild, clearly, right? Like that just makes sense.
Let's get in there.
I'm reading this placard. What is this? The Matrix.
Yeah. They have the wrong number.
I'm not familiar with this text box. Is that an option in game? Is it like in HUD? No, it's not in HUD layout. I'm not familiar with this text box. I don't know what you're talking about. Those don't exist. Yeah, it's just really good Photoshop. I don't know. I don't know. This is weird. I haven't seen that box before.
On the website.
Fucking got me. Dude, he's fast.
Don't worry. There's another guy indoors that'll get you again.
No.
Third one, fourth one. Stop whispering me! Venturing downstairs, you will find yourself on the dance floor with like 30 to 40 people doing the exact same dance loop. Dude, this club is packed, it's live, it's pumping. All of them are AFK. No, really, I went around the nest. Most of the people I questioned said they were all tabbed watching anime.
Nice! I feel that.
Cool club. Oh, what about everyone else? What did they say? Are they actually role-playing? No, they were French. They didn't understand what I was saying.
What? Not the French! I wonder if this is just high pop data centers, though. Like Crystal's high pop, right? But it's NA. Well, what server are they on? They're on... I couldn't see.
They say? Are they actually role-playing? No, they were French. They...
Okay, so whatever these names are blurred. I'm assuming whatever they're on, I'm assuming it's EU. I don't know. I've heard EU in general, I guess, is more reserved. Like EU and NA can pop over to Oceania sometimes. And I'm just kind of like, is it Whisper DM? I can't remember what it's called in 14. Like I've talked to people and like, especially in like world chat, right? Like they're just like say chat. Like I've talked to people and they're just like, yeah, no, I'm from EU. It's cool to come over to Oceania, right? EU players are paying at venues. Dude, I have zero reference for EU. It fascinates me because I can't physically go to EU. I think that we're also locked out from JP data centers too, I think. Because I don't even think JP can come over to Oceania, right? So they're kind of locked over there. I don't know how these work. This fascinates me. Like, because remember, I started like super late. I started 6.4 Endwalker. I was caught up by Dawn Trail launch, right? Caught up, yes, my crafters and stuff I'm still leveling. Don't worry about that. That's technically optional, right? Like, I missed the entire side of the game that is this. I missed the whole social side. I didn't even know how world transfer and data center transfer worked until like 2 months ago.
I didn't understand what I was saying. At the helm of the dance floor, you will notice a cat girl on a podium doing this emote. This
Nice.
is the DJ, and they are actually live on Twitch, playing songs that they don't have a public performance license for. Ooh, I
Yeah.
like a bad boy. So a streamer on Twitch, huh? Well, what's going on in the stream? Are they scratching a couple of hip-hop records together? Are they using that Ableton launcher thing? Are they mixing old-school house classics? No, most of the time it's just nightcore or metal being played on Spotify.
No. See, we call that TikTok version now. It's so funny to me because, like, oh yeah, it's just the TikTok version. Like, you mean Nightcore? What are you talking about? I love that was a whole debate. Oh, this is wonderful. I love this. This is perfect. We found him. We found Jesus.
Yeah. Some of them do have like Serato or Mix open. Whether they actually have a controller attached to it, I know not. And the streams are usually like very weird. Look at this one that we just happened to run into. Ay, dude, what the fuck is this?
I
Bro, Vtuber tech, let's go.
hate that.
Dude, why? I have
don't-
no other question but why.
Why not is the correct question you should be asking right now. Why does Kip show up in a waifu model sometimes? Well, one, it's based on my 14 avatar. Second, Why not? Holy based.
Like, hey, if my music is garbage, maybe you'll hang around and have a wank to my bouncing tits. I'm sure that'll
Nice.
keep the bits coming in. I found this guy on Limsa advertising
Wait, you guys are getting bits? Is that how that works?
a stream and looking for people to hire him to play in their clubs. But, like, what is this? You can't even run the game at 20 FPS. Why do you think, like, oh yes, surely this will be my career? And this guy we saw years ago, this guy has a merch shop. Sweatpants, leggings, a neck gaiter,
Nice.
a fucking coffee mug, a notebook. Nobody's gonna buy a notebook with, like, your character on it.
Some people
A
might.
backpack, a fucking backpack deck.
Dude.
Whoop! On one side of the dance floor is the gambler's table. Here, players may
Gamba!
partake in some games of chance.
How would that work, though? Is it just kind of like... How would that work, though? Because obviously, I would assume that'd be against TOS, right? But, like, what do? Do you just have, like, vetted and trusted member? How do you prevent this from turning into EVE Online, though, right? Wasn't EVE Online, like, the game where, like, some dude was like, he'll just be the bank, and then everyone just kind of gave him a bunch of money, and then he just said, yeah, I'm just gonna go off and do something else with this money, and everyone was like, you know, we did kind of give our money to some random. Like, and I guess like someone ended up like shooting him down and got all his money. So I can't remember. I heard something about that. Like, what's my current gil count? Just running roulettes and stuff and getting just kind of minimal stuff from retainers. I'm sitting at 948,000 gil. And I still have easily a mil plus in just like 91 mountain chromite tools to get when my crafters get to that point. Because it's 50k each, right? So like, I mean, I guess people, yeah, have hundreds of millions of gil, but like, how does Gamba work? Do you just like trade it to somebody, like trade it to the host, and then like they hold on to it and then divvy it out after it's all done? Is it a trust system where you like say that you're gonna Gamba and then you lose, and then what stops you from just TPing out and leaving? Maybe you just get ejected from the house and blacklisted. I just want to know the logistics at this point.
Like death rolling, or a painfully slow game of blackjack. Some clubs may omit the gambling table, but an overwhelming majority of them have it. We'll talk more about gambling later, don't you worry. On the other side is the bar. This, finally, is where the roleplay is. For a couple thousand gil, you can sit down and order a drink from the bartender, who will use a cornucopia of macros to do emotes for 3 minutes, and then trade you a shoddy cocktail.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Hello there, chick.
I wasn't sure how that worked.
Welcome to the bar. What can I mix for you?
Hello? You ordering a drink?
Egg.
Egg.
Don't have any eggs on me at the moment. Can I offer you something else?
Only eggs.
My man came prepared.
Don't worry, I gave him an egg.
Egg.
Huh?
You can have your, like, whiskey sour now.
Thank you, Lawmanson Nachovy.
Nacho.
Amazing. Wonderful.
That'll be 15k, please. I'm not paying 15k.
Absolutely not. Good night.
Hands egg leaves.
And in one dark corner of the venue, you spot a staff member just standing there for hours, not moving, not looking at anyone, not talking to anyone, just standing in front of a door.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's like, obviously you could walk through them, right? But like, it seems like this is RP focused, and therefore you're supposed to maintain like in character. It wouldn't surprise me if they forced RP walk. Like, not that they can physically take control of your system and like force an RP walk, right? But it would not surprise me if like something you may only wear certain attire. Because I guess like what, you can hide your weapon, right? What is it? Character. Yeah, hide display headgear, manually adjust visor. Yeah, I guess you could like hide your weapon. I don't know. I've heard like vague things about it. I don't know anything about this, if I'm being honest. It's fascinating to think about. I don't know if my brain rotted Arcadian loving self could really do something like this. Like, bro, my weapon.
Oh man, brother, you were wrestling.
That, my friends, is the VIP area. The Holy Grail, the Promised Land. Getting in there is what life is all about. Luckily, you can just pay a couple $100,000 and they'll let you in. There's nothing in the VIP area. Most of the time there aren't even people. You'll just be in there alone.
Nice.
Dancing AFK while watching anime. But there is one
That is peak, though. If you have Guild to Burn, I could totally see this being endgame.
activity that I have yet to mention. A sort of secret menu item that you have to specifically ask for to get. And your dish will be served to you in the private rooms upstairs.
Is this the murking I hear about, where people like sell themselves for gil to do like Ultimate and Savage content? Like you're buying a quote unquote party? I was talking about that recently. Very fascinating stuff. Oh no, not like this. No!
Microphone check 1 2.
Yes, my friends, finally a new job has been added to Final Fantasy XIV. In fact, it's the oldest job in the world. Prostitution.
Nice.
Tight, yeah.
That was an A+ edit.
And now you too, my fellow Jackaroffer, can get serenaded by a 43-year-old Austrian guy pretending to be a cat girl.
Hell yeah! Right there! A+.
I'm serious, look at this. Cute dancers that will take care of any questions or requests you have. Amazing courtesans that will satisfy your every need. All courtesans here are top quality and may have different prices and such.
100K? That feels really low, actually. Like, for something like this that we, like, Squeenix definitely looks at stuff like this, right? They have to know, right? Like, especially if I can go to Party Finder right now, and I can see, ooh, someone's doing heavyweight prog, let's go. Sorry, anyways, got distracted. It's rare to see that in Crystal. Yeah, like, RP 18 plus bar and lounge. Do they just not have a filter for this kind of stuff? Like, I get, like, what is it? Some of the stuff we saw earlier, like, I see some of, like, the block text, right? Where it's a white block with, like, a transparent letter in it, right? Like, I could see some of that tripping up a system. But, like, when you advertise, like, literally in chat, 21 plus RP, 18 plus, right? They have to know, right? Like, game masters GMs are actively in the game, right? And look, I mean, honestly, look, at this point, I don't even care, right? I feel like some people are going to watch this and they're going to get it really animated and they're going to be like, well, this needs to not be in the game. I think it is kind of annoying to go to Party Finder and it's like, oh, someone's doing Brave Fox Lomstock, someone's doing Abyssal Fracture Extreme, Abyssos, the 8th Circle Savage, right? So, P8S, right? Thalia, Binding Coil Bahamut, Hell on Rails, EX, AAC Heavyweight M2 Savage, AAC Heavyweight M1 Savage, right? And then everything else is these, like, weird RP listings, right? I guess there used to be someone on Crystal who was well known for having, like, feet pics in their one, too. Not judging. I guess they were just super chill. Like, last time GMs got involved was over a card promotion that featured .com. I don't even know, dude. Long as it's private, it's not totally frowned upon. Long as it's not in Say Chat. I've even heard some stuff in Say Chat. I like when it's in like world like shout chat, like join Crystal's whatever they're gonna call it, right? It's just like, bro, how is there not a filter? I don't know if you can say that. Oh my god. Like, I don't even care. It's funny to hear about this kind of thing. My brain is definitely more focused on raids and gathering and stuff. But like, 14 has to know this stuff happened, right? I know there was some Twitter drama a while back about an alleged plugin, and it got it was really fun to watch on Twitter. It was really fun to watch that unfold.
But they're gonna suck you off before they rip you off. Alright. We also have a little mini game that goes around the club that's called Triple Stripple, where you can try and strip one of our staff members for fun.
How does that work? Like, how does this physically work? Like, do you just chase them around and like RP walk and you just like emote? Like, do you like emote dote and then like have the heart like fly towards them? How does this even work?
Dude, is that fun? I think most people would call that sexual assault.
Yeah.
Look at these cocktails they have as well. Deep throat shot, sloppy seconds shot, slippery panties, slutty nurse. Christ alive, man. Safe for work dance partner, RP lap dance, ERP private lap dance, full ERP private service, all night escort. Some of them offer fucking...
I heard something about, what was it? Someone was how did it go? Someone was at a meetup and somebody paid them for their time, but they literally spent the hour just kind of venting about life. And just like, well, that's amazing. Like, nothing further happened. Just, I'm going to pay you just to talk to you. Absolutely wild.
girlfriend experiences where some bloke from Tajikistan pretends to be your girlfriend for 30 minutes.
Nice.
I don't even know where Tajikistan is. These websites are a gold mine, by the way. Look at this one. Oh my god, look at that titty mod. Come the fuck on, man. What is this? This guy has a portfolio? What the hell is in here? Is that a Mazda? What the fuck
I don't quite understand that one. I get it, but I also don't get it.
are you doing? But as always, there is a catch. No lalas. No lalas. No lalas.
Yeah. No, that's, no. If I was in a place that was just like, you know, seedy, and a Lalafell showed up, I think I'd TP out. I don't think that's something that... I think that's something you don't want to be a part of. Like, just raise your hands back. Whoa, man, I'm out.
Yes, no Lalafells allowed.
Huh?
Because Lalafells are treated as children by the ERPers. No, but at first I thought the prostitutes just found it creepy to have like a little person do push-ups on them. But I investigated further and no, it's the Lalafells themselves that want to roleplay as the children. My friend, the fires of hell are the only thing humanity deserves.
I wouldn't even classify this as standard Lalafell behavior because they'll just bite your kneecaps. But this kind of tracks, I feel. Like, I could see a subsection of Lalafell players being this demographic. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
At this point, you might have noticed that every clip I've shown you was from a different nightclub. That was not to trick you or anything. It was because every single nightclub is the same. They all have the bar, they all have the gamba, they all have a DJ. It's like TikTok, dude. It's just a sea of people copying each other. These guys made a club with a dance floor, bar, and DJ. Therefore, I will also make an identical club with a dance floor, bar, and DJ. I found this club while filming B-roll, and they actually had their club out of bounds, and I think it looks fantastic. This is probably...
Yo, I heard about these. Because it's not like an exploit or a plugin or anything, right? Not that they would exist. Like, I hear that there's something you can do to access the space outside of your regular housing. I don't know how they do it. I heard people do it for obstacle courses is the context I had. I didn't know they just made entire rooms. I thought it was going to be something like Kugane Tower or something. Like, it's not cheating as far as I'm aware. They're just clipping out of bounds, right? That's fascinating.
one of the best looking clubs I've ever seen. But you know what? Dance floor, DJ, bar, gambling table. It's just a reskin. Now I have to be fair, there are some clubs that occasionally host special events. What the fuck, look at that! Tonight we have a special surprise for Tonight new all have a chance to win a 1-hour booking with a dancer of your choice. Nya! Type /random in the chat if new want to partake in the dancer special. Highest number wins. Nya! We'll have 3 possible...
I just got a dwarf rabbit.
Shut up, I'm trying to
Nice.
read the thing! But these are very rare to find, and I
Bro, the dwarf rabbit is important, though. That's a W.
genuinely thought I wouldn't get clips of one to show you. But then, as if by fate, Chicken and I were trying to sneak up onto a stage in a club when this happened. You got a call if we start, so please wait. Is this guy talking to you?
What's happening? Bro, I'm so confused.
I think he's looking at me.
Do they think that we're like strippers that they like invited?
You know what? Oh my god, I lost tracking there for a second. You know what? That makes a lot of sense, actually. I would assume the man showing up in a full fat chicken costume would 100% be a stripper. Just not even gonna sugarcoat that, if I'm being completely honest. Not even gonna no, just that makes way too much sense.
The glam contest. The glam contest, Dak. They think we're here for the glam contest.
No, they don't.
I mean, do we want to join the glam contest?
I guess.
So here's a quick fucking overview of what went down in this shit show. Everybody had to pick anime characters that they dressed up as. Chicken chose some fucking bird from Fairy Tail. I couldn't be fucked to look up fishes in anime, so I dressed up as Lamint's and Anchovy of the Odin server. And Chicken was the first to be invited on stage. Is anybody watching?
Probably fucking not.
Is a single person watching right now?
See, this would actually be my worry. Because I have a pretty identifiable name, right? I am Kip, right? So if I were to show up to something like this, hypothetically, I always feel like I would just get outed, and then Twitter would just aggressively post about it, and then my 14 account gets banned. The fact that this man made a video on this is kind of wild to me. I don't know. I'm also just really shy to begin with, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird one to rationalize for my brain.
Okay, is this good?
Well, nobody can see you because they're spamming their fucking dance fucking bullshit.
Dancer.
Thank you, Chicken. Misspelled your name as well. Time for Laments and Anchovy.
Also, the whole making up an anime I'm from did not matter. I thought they would announce it or something.
Oh yeah, they're not saying what character you're supposed to be.
Come on now, that's just lack of consistency. If you're gonna play into the bit, you gotta play into the bit. Come on now.
No.
Okay, well. Yep, here I am. Laments and Anchovy. Here for the fashion show. Not a single person is looking at me, not one. Everybody's just dancing, AFK. Does anybody care that I'm up here? Does anybody give a shit?
None at all.
Absolutely not.
You're the only person excited for me. What am I doing up here? What's the plan, dude? I
don't know. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Then it was time for the rest of the contestants, and my god, they stood up there for so long, sometimes 8 minutes at a time.
I think that's actually a really cute outfit for that Vieira. I don't know where the wings come from. Maybe those are a hunt train wing. I know the Diabolos wings and the Fallen Angel wings are super expensive on the market board. I think those are from hunts. There's some weird stuff in the game.
Look at this. I sped this one up 25 times. He's just there. He's just up there. Okay. Nobody's telling him to move or anything.
Man's just chilling.
Dude.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. What are we fucking waiting for? What is going on? Okay, there we go. Christ alive, man.
Jesus.
And there's another one afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Wow,
legend.
applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
This is Ross Dante.
Yeah. Just the most average, edgy fucking dragon boy.
And
this is John Edge.
dude, one after another, people just kept showing up for this garbage ass fashion show. Is there anyone else at the door? Is this fine? I can't believe it. How do more and more people keep showing up? Oh. It's going, we're going.
Oh.
Last guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is that? Another person just appeared.
No.
Glam contest is still on air. If you want to join, come see me at the bar.
Oh no! Shut the fuck up, Seymour. They said it was the last one.
And eventually, after more than an hour of just fucking...
I have no idea what these flags mean. I have absolutely jack all idea. I know there's the mentor crown. I know that you can have the chair if you're AFK. I've seen some kind of red circle bomb looking thing. Not the Pokeball DC symbol, but I've seen that. I've seen the green flag. I don't even know what this Reina person has on. Bro, I'm so confused.
Standing there doing nothing. The fashion show was complete. Yeah, the third place winner got disconnected.
Nice!
I would show you what they looked like, but they never actually made it onto the stage. They
Hilarious.
crashed while they were in line to be called onto the stage.
That feels awful. Like, is that just connectivity? Maybe this was during DDoS or something? 14's pretty stable, right? Like the 14 client is pretty stable. I'm trying to figure out how you crash. Melds? Oh, the melds, that's the flag. Okay, yeah, because once again, started in 6.4. I have jack all any idea about the social aspect of this game.
And they won 3rd place. It's like a sighting of Bigfoot. Like, look, there he is. I don't know. This is supposed to be Trafalgar from One Piece, by the way. 2nd place was this person. Go ahead, viewers. Guess what they are cosplaying as.
As Death from... I can't remember which anime she's from. I don't watch anime.
It's a female character from a very popular anime. Go ahead, make your guess. Make your guess who this character is. Congratulations, all of you got it wrong. Every single one of you. This is Rei Ayanami from Evangelion.
What? Huh? Huh? If I squint, I can kind of see it. I think it's a competent glam, but I don't... So it's a weird one, right? Because we have to consider the constraints that, like, 14 brings, right? Give me a second. Which one do I use? Is it Eorzea Collection? Eorzea Collection... Saber Altar, question mark? Is this the one I'm thinking of? I think this is actually the outfit that inspired my model's old outfit, actually. My old tank glam. It's not really loading, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is actually the one. I've been using Eorzea Collection. Like, you can get pretty close, right? It's not going to be one-to-one outside of, like, a collab, right? But, like, well, so me specifically, like on my model, I'm using the Hellfire top, right? Along with, like, the Hellfire... no, I'm actually using, it's one of the Mog Station cash shop. It's like Far East. It's the whatever the skirt is, whatever the long Japanese skirt is. I can't remember the name offhand. I'd have to check. Wait a minute, I have 14 open in the other window. What is this? Hold up. Glamour plates. I'm flying. Hold up. Because it's gonna. Never mind. I can't apply glamour because I guess I'm just out in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, but I've been using this, and I mean, like, you can get pretty close, and it's really interesting to see what people make, right? Like, you can see the vision here, and like, I mean, from relic weapons to, you know, dungeon drops to tombstone gear and stuff, right? Cash shop stuff, right? I mean, like, you can see there being a vision here, and I look at this, and I'm like, I feel like that's kind of a hard sell. Like, I don't. When did this come out? A year ago? So Dawn Trail was technically out. I think something from Solution 9. You know what would have honestly probably gone over better? Probably like something from the 97 dungeon Vanguard. Like the Vanguard sets. Because we didn't have heavyweight. Like AAC heavyweight, the healer set could probably do some work here. I see the vision. It's kind of throwing me off, though. I think an attempt was made. Once you, like, bring it up, I can kind of rationalize it. I think this could have been pushed to do heights, though.
Let's see who won 1st place. It's gonna be that guy in a bodysuit cosplaying Samus. You know it is. Hatara from Naruto. Barris X?
Wait, who from Naruto? Wait. 1st place goes to Barasax, who was cosplaying Madara from Naruto. Wait.
Hatara from Naruto. Barris X? Was that... Wait.
Yeah, he's right here. It's the fucking edgy guy. He's walking up now.
That is not Madara.
Oh, I can't believe it.
He was cosplaying as this guy from Naruto.
Okay, in all fairness, how do you get the Gunbai? How do you get the giant war fan? I would actually argue, however, I would argue a scythe would be a little bit better here because he did have the Gunbai tied to like a sickle, right? Like a comma. So I could kind of see that. I guess DK kind of makes sense, but I would have chosen a different sword specifically. Maybe one that's more full, like from Eden, right? I don't think Edenborn existed at this point, right? But like I think the tier that E12S is in, right? So the final tier of Eden, I think that longsword probably would have gone better, especially if you can dye it. You have to understand, okay? I was so into Naruto. I mean, I played the CCG at a competitive level. I didn't win any Chunin events. Well, certainly wasn't a Jonin. I could hold out against some Jonin, right? Jonin level players, but like, that's. I have opinions. I think it was cool. I think he did stuff. I have opinions though.
Naruto. You kind of feel like there's maybe 50 other items that would have fit this cosplay better? I don't know, you be the judge, I guess. Fucking worst cosplay contest I've ever been to. And why did they not announce what the people were cosplaying as? What is the point? What? Dude, I fucking hate these
This feels like this just farms engagement.
nightclubs. What a sack of shit.
Like, I didn't expect to win, right? But this is just like fucking terrible.
Yeah, what about
Everyone was terrible.
what about Samus? Was that even Samus? I don't even know who he was cosplaying as, dude.
I don't know, I'm going into the private rooms.
Yeah, let's go film that prostitute B-roll.
I'm going into Seymour's room.
So far, we've only explored the visible top layer of nightclubs, but let's peel it back a bit and see what really goes on. You remember that website I mentioned earlier? Well, on the weekend where I went out to record all the cinematics you've been seeing, I used said website to find clubs to record in, and you couldn't even begin to imagine the pain I had to endure when I picked a club, hopped worlds, teleported to the correct city, went to the right ward, teleported near the plot, walked all the way over there, and it turned out the club was fucking empty. Now,
Is this why we have a housing crisis in 14? Is this actually why? Do we just have FCs? I heard something about how FCs will just buy a bunch of houses, right? So the rich get richer, right? If you have several million gil to spend, right? You could just like, or even a few 100 million gil to spend, right? You could just do. Is this why I have my housing crisis? Oh no. It really is real life. Oh, so fun fact, my tracking is actually kind of dead right now. I'm recording this super late, so my tracking is like kind of just dead. There's not much I can really do about it. I'm sorry. My light's been kind of dead. This is wild, though.
not a single soul. Look how many times this happened. Eventually, I was
Wild.
just pissed, and I decided to fucking hunt these club owners down to tell them how much they've hurt me. Most of them actually just forgot to change the address on the site when they moved. They thanked me
Fair.
for pointing it out and changed it. One of them
Okay, that's fair.
didn't change it. They still haven't.
Nice.
Asshole. But surprisingly, some of them had entirely different stories to tell.
I'm ready. Hit me with this. What you got? I'm primed. I'm ready. What? I don't like
So
where this is
tell us
going.
what happened.
This was about a year ago. We had a club on
Oh! I like the lighting here. This is actually really clever.
Zodiac. Not really big, but we had regulars. Sometime, a bigger club also on Zodiac offered us to join them, but we did not want to. They start coming to our club and being assholes and telling people rumors so they don't want to come to us.
I feel like, is this reportable? That'd be a reportable offense, right? Because that's starting drama in-game, right? Like, that's like if somebody came out to like a Kip stream or something like that. Or like, because I have like my FC house, right? And if somebody was just like, oh yeah, well Kip just invites Lalafell over. And it's like, what? People play as Lalafells. I literally have Lalafell players in my FC because we run content. Like, what? Would this not be a reportable offense? Like, I'm pretty sure this qualifies as really like big harassment. Like I heard Bauman got really bad a while ago with popularity contests and backstabbing. I heard Bauman got really bad. Like, I feel this is something that actually goes to the GMs and they actually act on this, though, right? This very much feels like a police yourself situation, but like, if we hear about it, we're going to bring down the hammer, right? Maybe? I don't know. I'm out of my depth here.
I think they wanted to be the biggest Zodiac club, and maybe we steal their customers? Anyway, they tell the people not to visit our club and go to them, and they make up lies of our staff. We just close down and stop because it's too stressful, you know?
What led to the downfall of your club?
A giant implosion of our employees. We went through 4 door guards in 1 month because they kept being super creepy in Discord. The bartenders were dating each other, but also in secret. Both of them flirted with all the staff. I think they were furries too.
I mean, the furry part is one of those, it's like, that's whatever, dude. I don't think anyone actually cares. I don't know. The being creepy part, like... I wonder if this runs into, there's only so many players, actually, right? So if you take the entire Final Fantasy player base, the players who would actively engage in something, like clubs, venues, whatever, I think are a very small group, right? Like, I don't think that everyone's doing it, right? Contrary to what Party Finder shows, because that's like 3/4 of Crystal Party Finder, even when there's active, like, duties in Party Finder, right? So I assume it's a pretty small group. Maybe it's pretty insular groups, but I feel that's also like where you start vetting people, right? Like, I don't know if I was gonna run a venue, because I know we wanted to make the FC house before Yako and Rev hopped over to Coral. I know we wanted to make it kind of like a speakeasy, just kind of hang out. There's a bar in the basement, right? Like, yeah, just kind of chill vibe place, right? But it's also one of those things where, like, yeah, I'd probably make Rev the bartender. Yako can do whatever Yako pleases. Right? Like, you have that rapport. You know that person's not going to be weird. You know that person's not going to be just off the wall, right? I don't know. I don't know. I could there's like 3 different conversations feeding into this. This is really interesting to hear about. I think that, yeah, we're getting relationships and stuff involved, so I think that definitely gets a little strange.
all ended when some dancers started selling modded nude photos of the owner's character, and she got upset and shut it all down.
Yeah, that's crossing a line, though.
They were selling the nudes? Did anybody buy them?
Yes.
And what happened to you?
The 2 owners of my old club got married in-game, and after they invited everyone to Discord to celebrate, but it was the first time they talked, and turns out they thought the other person was a girl.
You fool. Do you not know every person who plays Final Fantasy XIV is actually just a man? Have we learned nothing from RuneScape? Have we learned nothing from buying GF 10K? It's always a man. Just let's be real. She can talk about, being a girl. She can talk about, whatever. It's a dude. Let's be honest. Let's let's not kid ourselves, right?
But they were both guys, so it got really awkward. They both stopped playing the next day.
Nice.
Me and my
Good
buddy
stuff.
go to a venue to have a look around, and we notice that the bar has no bartender. So we're like, these good people need a drink, right? Let's do their job for them. But the club owners did not like that. After we ignored them telling us to get out from behind the bar, they put up fucking walls and trapped us inside.
Okay, I do know that you can actually pull up the housing menu, like inside the FC house when I need to get from downstairs to the door. You can go housing menu, move to front door. So even if they actively build in front of you, you can log out. Logging out will actually put you outside the house, right? Like when I'm really sleepy after doing like a bunch of crafting, right? And I log out, you end up outside your house. Or like most things happen, right? Like you enter like a roulette, or a trial or a raid or something inside your house, and then like you end up outside the house. Like there's ways out of it. Am I defending it? No. Is it creepy? Yes. I would argue this is really creepy. I would also counterpoint though that if the owners asked you to stop, technically the correct call would have been to stop, right? Especially if there is some sort of like image, rapport, guild transfer, anything like that. Like I get the RP, and I think stuff like that needs to be signposted more. But like, I mean, I can see the situation from like 3 different angles. Only 16% of the player base are female. No. We're talking 99.999. If that's the actual metric, I mean, it's fine. I'm obviously joking, right? Assume if someone is saying buying GF 10K, the GF is just a dude in his 40s, right? Come on. We all know.
After sitting there for a while, they pull me into a room and tell me to wait there.
What?
Suddenly, 3 other staff members come in and demand me to apologize for what I've done.
Just log out. Just log out, report for creepy behavior.
They said I ruined people's fun by being such a dick, and I had to write a paragraph about how I understood that my actions were wrong and how sorry I am.
Bro, dude, this is so creepy.
At this point, it should be evident that clubs are just a gathering place for people who love to create high school level drama. This is because, while in the real world, running a nightclub would be for profit, the goal is to make money. In Final Fantasy XIV, money doesn't really matter. It's easy to make, and I could count the amount of money sinks the game has on one hand. Therefore, the only reason to run a nightclub in FF14 is prestige. It's to acquire fame. To be
this is why we have the Balmung popularity contests.
Be the owner of the most famous ERP spot.
Bro, I feel like that's counterintuitive though. So hear me out, right? Let's say you become, I don't know, like Zodiarc's biggest venue, right? And I want to clarify, dude, I'm not throwing shade at people. If you do stuff like this, I don't care. Don't be weird about it, right? Don't be weird. Don't like understand like consent, respect, boundaries, all those things, right? Reasonably understand those things. Like, I don't think anybody actually cares, right? Maybe some Twitter screechers get like upset. Party Finder, yeah, kind of sucks to just see nothing but like venues and stuff, right? But like, as long as you're not being weird, no, I don't think anybody actually cares. I would feel that this is a situation where you start to suffer from success, because then you start to become the target of people who do engage in high school drama, popularity contests. They want to take over your spot as the biggest venue on Zodiarc, etc. Insert drama, stuff happens. I also think it makes you a target, right? I can't imagine some people are not petty enough to report you to like the actual like GMs. Even like, obviously, like, don't file a false report, right? Like, don't do that. Anyone that does that is a scumbag, right? Like, I've had to make the report where people are actively not doing mechanics and are actively trolling. Yeah, I'll file a report, right? But like, it would not surprise me if people are so terminally online in this game to report you to the GMs for using some proprietary software. And like, what? Like, I feel it just opens you up to like, I feel it opens you up to certain things, right? Like, if John Kipp shows up to a venue, right? Once again, I feel like I get noticed, right? Like, I've gotten noticed a couple times in roulettes where someone's like, "Oh, OMG, are you actually Kipp?" Like, I watch your reactions. It's really cool and really interesting to watch, like, talk about, right? I don't know. It's interesting to think about.
One guy even, have you seen this guy? This guy bought 4 billboards, real life billboards, to advertise his MMO club.
Yeah, don't do this. This is how Square Enix takes action.
With fucking Square Enix's copyrighted assets. This is insane! By the way, there are like normal RP venues like cafes and shit, where people are like, time for a drink after my long watch as a Knight of Corthus. You're very cute, I don't have beef with you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, this is cool. That's wholesome. That's incredibly wholesome. Like, how can you have an issue with that? Sorry, tracking's dead.
But this nightclub shit needs to get culled. In game dev, we often analyze the way that people find a certain game and gain interest in it. This is the first part of what is referred to as the new player's experience. Let's say that someone is now interested in Final Fantasy XIV. They open Twitch, they check out the streams.
Yep.
Look how many of them are DJs in ERP nightclubs.
This is a problem. And this is actually why, whatever the Twitter beef was with whatever it was a while ago, right? This is also why this is a problem, because people's first experience with 14 can be people talking about alleged proprietary software that is against TOS. And if 14 doesn't crack down on that, especially because it's a Japanese company, right? Square's Japanese, I think there are certain copyright laws that go into that. I think, what is it? I can't remember, but it makes sense why like Capcom cracks down on mods for like Resident Evil, right? Why other Japanese companies will do that. I think it has something to do with their ownership and authorship of the content and how mods can in some way, shape, or form invalidate that. So hypothetically, if some sort of mods existed for 14, probably not the best thing to advertise, right? Probably not a smart thing to advertise. And I feel like, what were we talking about? We were talking about something recently in mod chat. I don't remember what it was. But a mod rev brought up like, you know, can we just go back to the like day where we just don't talk about stuff? Like we just don't, like, we don't say things, right? So like, you know, what's the big one right now? If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't theft. Look, I'm going to make sure I follow all of the legal precedent and legal stuff that goes into that, right? There's an odd amount of people who go around allegedly saying that they allegedly pirate content. Not that I would ever do something like that. Not that any of us here in chat and watching this would ever do such a thing. Definitely not. You know, we're all good consumers. We want to make sure we're following the law to the best of our abilities. You know, obviously, if you have legal copies and you dump/rip in the legal ways, obviously that's a little different, right? But yeah, something. People need to stop talking about things. right? Like, simple as, like, people need to kind of shut up a bit. Just throwing that out there. Like, just throwing it out there.
You don't belong here. Go to the music category. Are you out of your mind with your fat ass mod? But maybe they clicked on the right stream, they enjoyed what they saw.
What about this big fish?
Fish?
It's Namazu.
Horse!
And they make a new character. They spawn in a major city, immediately bombarded with ERP ads. Okay, maybe they get past.
I would argue this is actually a problem, though. I genuinely would argue this is a problem. Like, it's not gold bot levels. I guess there's gold bots under Limsa. I don't know how they operate. I don't really care. RMT, not something I do, right? Not something I ever care to do personally. I guess there's a whole a whole thing behind that. I guess there's like Lalafell bots underneath Limsa. I don't even know how they get there. Assuming the GMs take care of it, and even then, the GMs would probably take care of something like that in not the public eye, like outside of the public eye. That way they don't draw attention to it, right? So something like this, they could hammer stroke. These things will no longer be allowed in chat, right? Because maybe people run too far with it. Or they could implement filters and stuff, you know, behind the scenes to be able to cull some of this behavior, right? I do think it is a little, it's I don't know. On one hand, it's players making their own fun. On the other hand, if you're someone new coming into this game, you're going to have jack all idea what's happening. And it could give you the wrong impression about the game. Well, what do you mean this game is just advertising Discord links, you know? Because what happens if someone puts a Discord link that's actually just a phishing link, right? I'm sure you could do that. I would not recommend doing that, right? I would not recommend copying and pasting links from an MMO world chat into your browser. You know, pretty, you know, reasonable safety stuff, right? Like, if you open the game and you're bombarded with, like, 18 plus dark ERP, what image does that give about the game? It's going to sell you a different game is what it's going to sell you, right? So I see where he's coming from.
In a major city, immediately bombarded with ERP ads. Okay, maybe they get past all of that, they advance further into the game, they make a post on Reddit about some fun experience they've had, and ERP ad, yet again. Really, check it out. While editing this, I got a ding that someone mentioned anchovy on Reddit. It was on a post of a new player having a funny interaction happen to them in-game. And yeah, anchovy. But look at what else I found. Wait till you discover the nightlife. Head over to Crystal and check the party finder and try out some RP nightclubs.
Bro, I can genuinely tell you, some of these party finders I've gone to amount to nothing. Because I got bored with them the past week. So I kind of went to, like, I don't even know what these are, right? So I kind of just went to some of them. Like, it's just a house. There's no one in the house. There's nothing. A lot of these are just nothing. I don't even know who makes these posts, dude. Like, can we not talk about things anymore? Can we just, like, can we be cool about stuff? Like, it's the logic of, I don't care if you're tying your husband up in the basement and putting him on a funny special table. I don't care. I don't need to know about it, Karen. Do whatever you're going to do with your husband in the basement. I genuinely don't care. Just don't tell me about it. Do not care. Right? Say bye.
A ton of fun.
Right.
God in heaven, Satan in hell, stop shoving your ERP in everyone's face. Let them experience the actually good JRPG. Let them play the best MMO I've ever played. If they want erotic roleplay in their rated 16 plus MMO, they will seek it out themselves. Stop advertising this garbage.
I would argue if you really wanted stuff like this, keep it word of mouth, right? Like, keep it word of mouth. Don't advertise it. Don't try to go in expecting metrics and stuff, right? Oh man, my tracking it's like completely black outside. I'm so sorry. We're gonna minimize so I can actually have tracking. If you're gonna advertise stuff like this, just don't. I get that you're going to advertise in game, and it's an attempt to like, it's like the same reason on why I would post on Twitter, right? Or why I'd post on Blue Sky in an attempt to drum up engagement, you know, try to like reach out, have that outreach, you know, get people, you know, funneling in via social media, right? Like, I understand it, right? I get it. At the same time, like, and I'm kind of guilty of this, not everything has to be monetized. Not everything has to be metrics. Right? Honestly, I think I have much more respect if there was an ERP venue or even a spicy venue. Dude, I don't even care, right? If you keep it on the down low, if everyone's chill, I don't care. Awesome. I'm sure you have a lot of fun. Wonderful. Right? Like, simple as. But like, when you start to breed a weird feedback loop if this just kind of becomes the normal. And that being said, right, it's one of those things where like we already see in game like the housing issues, right? Especially if this feeds into the housing issues, that's going to be a little bit of a problem because lack of housing, right? It's a weird one. Like, it's such a weird one to dissect because on one hand, you should allow your players to do player things. You should reasonably not like restrict what they can do. But at the same time, like, if it's becoming a genuine problem and it's affecting your new player income rate or even retention rate, I mean, they're going to have to address it. Or, like, once again with Twitter, they're just going to have to come down and say, bam, this is not happening anymore, right? Don't talk about shit. Friend Tried Chat says, Shed tried for years to get me into the game. Whole scene always made me stop from giving it a try. Now, a year later, I'm so glad I actually gave it a try. But those posts did not make it easy to actually give it a try. I mean, it's hard. Like, how does 14 fix this? How does Squeenix fix this without, you know, just a giant, you know, ban hammer? Do they do something along the lines of having specific filters, but then they'll just get around those filters, right? You know, the blocky letters with the transparent letters, or the blocks with the transparent letters, right? I mean, we talked about earlier, does that get around censors? Does that get around, like, things? If I were to just, I don't know, put some pretty questionable words in 14 chat, does that censor it? I'm not going to try it. I'm sure there's a list of censored words somewhere. Maybe, but it's a game of cat and mouse. You're never going to win. I genuinely think going through the story and playing the game is a valid way to play the game. If you want more out of it, if you want to have a social scene, RP scene, whatever, go for it. Just don't be weird about it. And that's where people have an issue, is don't be weird about things, right?
You're not normal. Or maybe I'm not normal. Maybe I should just stay out of major cities. Maybe I don't belong here. Let's go run some dungeons instead.
Don't you touch my dungeons. What's happening with the dungeons? How do they ruin dungeons? What's
Imagine
happening?
for a moment that you're playing DPS in a dungeon. You spot the next group of mobs and use an attack skill on them. You glance over at your tank, expecting him to pull aggro. Yet, he has stood still, eyes empty, not a single thought floating in his cavernous skull. And then a message appears in party chat. You pull, you tank. Words signaling the arrival of great evil. A child in the body of an adult, with intelligence rivaling the forgotten lemon in the back of your fridge. Yes, some tank players take great offense to a party member pulling a group of enemies.
Okay, in my defense, I very much started to adopt this. If you're going to pull, you get to deal with the pull. But it's less harsh than you think it is, right? I mean, there's people who definitely take this to, you know, a T, right? If you are like, if you're the healer and you're trying to go fast, right? Like, to prefix this entire discussion, the healer and the tank have to work together. I have never done a stone vigil pull as tank where I've been able to pull that first pull to the wall. I've never been able to do it. I will get to the halfway point with like the 3 drakes, and that's about it, right? And what was it? We did Brayflock's Longstock on stream yesterday, right? Just doing leveling for my leveling roulette for my tier 3 relic weapon, right? Because I need the stupid whatever I need. Crystal paste, that's what I need. Had to look over at my quest log. Like, I needed the crystal paste. The heal, and like, yeah, I did the complete pull at Brayflock's Longstop, excuse me. And I went down. And we had to restart. Okay. And I said, hey, I'll just do half pulls. And simple as. And the healer tried to like apologize later. I'm like, no, it's fine, dude. I only have so many mitigations at this level. It's fine. Like, it doesn't actually matter, right? If my DPS is continuing on from that, because I'm trying to build the argument here. Continuing on from that, the healer and the tank have to work together. And a lot of that's via visual cues. A lot of that's just feeling out the encounter, right? So this is Vault, right? If my healer has issues with the first full pull of Vault and we wipe, I'm immediately going to go half pulls. And if that somehow doesn't work, I'll probably just default to single pulls, right? Generally, I will go for full pulls where reasonable, outside of a couple things. Mount Gold depends on my healer. Some of the earlier dungeons as well. Aurum Vale, I sometimes will do a half pull. And like that's where the healer and the tank need to communicate with each other. What's your skill level as healer? What's your skill level as tank, right? If my Reaper is going to dash ahead and pull aggro, I have zero issue letting them get slapped. That being said, generally I'll step in and try to pull off aggro because I try to be a super legit dude. I try to not be part of the problem. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to rush ahead and be a bonehead, and if you're just going to pull, like, you need to deal with that pull. I can defend the argument in certain situations. I would argue this is also entering the territory of reportable behavior because you're actively sabotaging your group. So you need to be careful when you do it, if you do it.
For they do, often throwing a literal tantrum like a child, sitting down, refusing to play, and even asking to be kicked from the dungeon altogether. You might be wondering, well, does that make the tanks roll harder? Would they have to use a different rotation or something in order to pull aggro back off the DPS?
No, you literally just turn on your tank stance in AoE. Bro, like what? Bro, you literally have like 2 buttons.
No.
No.
I myself once had a run-in with one of these players. I unfortunately did not record it back then, so I have no proof of these specimens existing. But luckily, there's an entire subreddit dedicated to researching these guys.
Amazing.
And thank God there is, because otherwise there's no way you'd believe me these people exist. Look at—
Oh, no. I believe these people exist. I 100% absolutely believe these people exist.
this interaction. What? You just stood there while they targeted me. Oh, sorry. See, when you pulled, I thought you were the tank. I was like, oh, I must have queued as a DPS instead. Yeah, get ready for some real unfiltered horseshit. Dude.
Oh my god, dude, that is so stupid. Dude, I see, this is what I don't agree with, right? That is actually reportable behavior. Like, you're actively being a problem in this specific situation, right? Like, you're playing content. Everyone's going to play content differently, especially if there's a Sprout in my group. Honestly, I'm expecting them to not know how to play the game. I expect them to be receptive when I say in chat, hey, target the maw, and nobody targets the maw. Yeah, I have a little bit of issue with that, right? Like, that's where communication breaks down, and then I eat the 30-minute penalty at that specific point. That was a special case. Spam laughing was also involved, so that was, I don't know. Point being, right, there was multiple things that led into me actually just dropping from queue. There was, in my opinion, enough to reasonably suspect trolling. That being said, look, you're gonna wipe. It's gonna happen, dude. Just play the game. Like, actually, like, put the fries in the bag. As somebody who is a self-proclaimed tank man at this point, put the fries in the bag and tank the hits, okay? Even as White Mage, I did Swallow's Compass a couple days ago. The final pull, because our tank had to BRB, and it was fine. Like, this was a great run, right? Everyone was awesome. Our tank had to BRB, and like, so we went up the final thing. We went up the final ramp, or the final, like, the final push. It was like the final pull. And like, I think I like Bee's knees emoted or something, but suddenly all the ads just targeted me. And like, yeah, do I freak out? No. I was able to heal through that. I was able to keep myself topped up because I was playing White Mage at the time. I was able to keep my 2 DPSs topped up. And we all just had a good laugh about it, right? Like, that's fine. And even then, right? Like, the consistent joke is that Kip is always the tank, because even when I play Ninja, Ultima Weapon just ends up targeting me, right? Even when I play Black Mage, our tanks can sometimes just go down, something happens, suddenly Kip's the tank, right? Like, it's kind of a running joke at this point, one that I kind of take in stride, and I'm like, I like playing tank because I at least have the armor value to tank it, Lamau. But like, that's the thing, is you can have fun with this. This is just sad, dude. This is sad. I'm like, oh, I guess I queued as a DPS. Are you a Dark Knight? Oh, you're not a Dark Knight? Well, because then I could see you being a DPS. You're a Paladin. See, with crit variants involved as well, You're the tank, my guy. That's how that works. Like the Sexpierce was just learning to heal. It's not aware healing made everyone in the area mad at you, and the tank did not pull aggro. Made my heal anxiety go through the roof whenever I did daily roulettes. I do think that there is a roulette problem. There's a legacy content problem. I have issues with legacy content when I go back to it. Like, obviously, if there's a sprout involved, right? I could be like, oh, Crystal Tower again. And then, oh, there's a sprout involved. Never mind, it's fine. Okay, the sprout's going through the Crystal Tower, right? That makes sense. Going back to legacy content, you don't have all your buttons. We've talked about before. I understand the reasoning for it. I understand why. It sucks. I don't have all my buttons. I want all my buttons, right? It's an exercise and lesson in patience and not letting stuff get to you at a certain point. And I think that it ultimately leads into a self-defeating mentality, especially for new players when they run into people, and quite literally, like chat saying, you have heal anxiety because like people are expecting, perfect runs and perfect wall-to-wall pulls. You have to learn somehow. I was awful when I started out healing. I'd argue I'm still awful with healing. I try. I can sometimes do things. So, F them. Simple as. You're there to play the game. You play the sub. Are you actively sabotaging? No. Are you learning? Is it your first time in a duty? Just say so. More often than not, people understand. And if someone's going to get really awful with you, I mean, if they actually genuinely get awful, the report button exists for a reason, right? Like, please, I stress this. Report valid interactions. Don't report just to report, right? If the person is spam laughing and actively not engaging with mechanics, there's an element of trolling there. I will report, right? Or if you're actively throwing mechanics by not, consistently not going into double tank busters, right? Like, come on, play the game, right? And that's all just read the room. That's all just like, just be reasonable. You don't have to be positive. Just be reasonable.
Dude, really? Why do you pull? Are you retarded? Actually, Trigger, let me know when you kill boss. I'ma go AFK this one. And here I was just hoping for a fun and fast run. Same. Then you have this idiot pleb who fucking around pulling the boss. You're not a tank. Learn your role. I'm going to report you for sabotaging and stressing around when you're not tank. Actually disgusting. This person is unhinged. You agree, right? I cannot be alone in this.
As a tank main, we don't claim this tank.
Also, they're from Odin, so that's fucking scary.
What reputation does Odin have?
Might have walked past this psychopath on the street and not even know it. I saw who it was, and as a warning, if you do it again, I will be writing an official report. And then the DPS goes, okay, cuck.
Base DPS.
Dude. Ragnar the Blood Edge. Get the fuck out of here. Awful. This guy was playing healer, and he had to tank a couple of packs himself before realizing what was going on and just asking to get kicked. I was enjoying the show. You did really well. I'm actually 100% impressed. We figured we'd let you play your way, as you didn't want to wait 2 seconds for the tank to pull. Dude, why not just play the game?
I don't know. I say that I very much say that I will, if you pull, I will let you, take the pull. But at the same time, habitually, I've been the person, if somebody ends up getting aggro on them, I will take aggro back off them. Like, deal with the situation, we can talk later sort of thing. And even then, by the time I finish the pull, it's a passing thought.
Genuinely, what is wrong with these halfwits? Get ready for this shit. Hello, as tank, I will do my very best. And the party claps, and then, wait, what? DPS decided to tank? I guess I'll stop. Turns off tank stance, the party getting aggro. Look at this. Man.
So I've actually been turning off tank stance in raids recently. I've run into a big thing where it's just normal raids, like normal Arcadian. When I end up having to fight my off tank, because I mean, there's no MTOT, right? There's no real declaration at the start. Generally, it's whoever turns on tank stance for it to kind of read the room. If me and the Gunbreaker are going ham and we're starting to swap aggro back and forth, I'll relent. I'll turn off my tank stance. Why do I do this? I do this because it's going to be more work for the party. Even if the other tank and I are in the same general spot, it's going to be more work for the party, especially those dealing with positionals, Reaper, Viper, Dragoon, etc. It's going to be really hard for them to have a static, like, flank rear position, right? So, like, yeah, I'll do an opener. I'll dump a crap ton of damage, as much as I can. If my off tank and I are tying consistently, I will 100% drop my tank stance. and I'll let them play it out, right? Like I will let them be main tank. Yeah, I like being main tank. Yeah, I like doing stuff. At the same time, if someone else wants to be main tank, I can. It's not necessarily being the bigger person. I can just say, hey, cool, have fun. And then I could be off tank and then, I don't know, like sit in the corner for 5 minutes. I don't actually sit in the corner for 5 minutes, but off tanks don't really do anything in normal content. They really don't. That's why I like being main tank. But that being said, right, like put aside your pride for 5 seconds. Think about the group. If there is a power struggle between the tanks, because both of us are doing good enough to swap, right, without provoke, like our damage numbers are just fluctuating, right? It's okay to drop the tank stand. I'll turn it back on later once their enmity is high enough that I'm just like, yeah, I'll turn it back on. That comes into mechanics where you have like, I don't know, like M10, the Super BJ Bros, right? Where like, you know, you are fighting 2 bosses, or maybe something like Hades where you have multiple mobs that you have to go through during white mechanic, right? Like there's reasons to have tank stance on, especially when bosses like Lindworm, M12, or I'm just going to say the final trial of Dawn Trail is how I'm going to word that. I can't remember if it's Recollection or not. I don't think it's Recollection. Whatever that is. Point is, there's 2 autos, so they target both tanks, right? Like, it's okay to let other people play the game. Yeah, it sucks that you don't get to play main tank as a tank main, but you make it so that way you're not having to fight your tank the other tank every step of the way, and it lets your group succeed. That is far more rewarding to me.
Is life really worth living? In fact,
No.
I'm of the school, you pull it, you're tanking it. Usually, a party wipe will enforce the lesson. I'm also of the school of thought that a concentrated attack on a single enemy is more effective than trying to kill 20,000 things at once. Remember, folks, you have 90 minutes for every dungeon. Granted, it should not take nearly that long, but it's not meant to be a race either. I'm also getting a sense of toxic elitism coming in here, and I don't like it. This guy's a Melvin. This is that one kid in school that both the jocks and the nerds bullied.
Yeah.
Also, he uses double spaces because he LARPs as an academic from the 1900s. But the keen-eyed among you surely noticed, this is not like the others. This is in something called novice chat, and there's a crown as
I've never been in novice chat. I've never been on the novice network.
well. What's that about? Oh yeah, look at the time. It's make fun of mentors o'clock.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about a game system that I actually kinda like. When a player starts their adventure, they'll have a little sprout icon next to their name, which stays there until they've played for a certain amount of time and progressed enough in the main story. This not
I miss my sprout icon.
only deters the big boys from bullying them on the playground, but also it gives them access to the Novice Network. The Novice Network is a separate private chat channel where new players can ask questions, and experienced players or mentors can answer them. Here
Chat, you have to understand. So when I tried World of Warcraft, they had a similar thing. And I'm like, I feel the fastest way to get called a slur is to actually type in that chat channel. Like actually. I feel if I wanted to meet just some absolute winners, I feel I would go to Novice Network. Like, and don't get me wrong, right? Our mods, I think Rev and Yako both had their mentor crowns. Shenpai has a mentor crown, right? Like, mentor crown isn't a bad thing. There's controversy regarding mentor roulette, because, like, why are you getting, like, Lapis Manalis when it's current content in the mentor roulette queue? Why are you getting Savage and EX content in the mentor roulette queue? Stuff like that is questionable at best, and especially when you get into current content, or you get into, like, you know, an EX or Savage. I think EX is specifically. I don't know if Savages are. But, like, everyone just kind of hops queue. There's clearly a problem with how the mentor system works, right? That's beside the point, though. Mentors can be legit, 100%. But this, I feel, didn't Warframe have a problem with, like, the Lotus Network or whatever it was called back in the oldie days, and people abusing their position? Do we not see how this could lead to similar things, and people abusing their position as a mentor? Maybe asking for favors? Some really, really awful stuff.
Here's how it all goes wrong. The mentors also get a special icon next to their name. A fucking golden crown. You can already imagine, people don't become mentors to help new players. They do it to show people that they are king in their Japanese MMO.
That is true, yeah. I don't even remember what I'd have to check. I'm so far off from my mentor crown, it's not even funny. Like, I would do it to be current. Sure, I do mentor roulette just because mentor roulette. Yeah, I only have 1,270 commendations. I think I need at minimum 1,500 to even remotely be considered for Mentor Crown. And what is it? You have to have like 1,500 commendations, and you have to clear content to current, and you have to have done all the content in the game, right? I don't know if ultimates count. I think there's certain exceptions, but like you have to play the game. You have to know what you're doing, right? You can and will just get Leviathan, EX, and Q.
To become a mentor, you need to, among other requirements, collect commendations, which players can give out to each other at the end of dungeons for being good teammates. And hey, you guessed it, being a good teammate and desperately wanting a golden crown next to your name don't have that much overlap.
Nah.
So they beg, commend me, please, I want to be a mentor. Commend me, please, I want to be a mentor.
Bro, I've never begged for this. I will never beg. That's so cringe.
Commend me, please, I want to be a mentor. Holy shit, look at this fucking guy. Please, 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 I need the golden crown. I've never been respected before in my life, and this is finally my chance. Please, please, please. Thanks, guys.
I honestly feel like if you show up, finesse a duty, like if I as Black Mage show up and I like hardcore have to tank a section where both my tanks are being rezzed, even if I don't get a commendation, I know I did a good job and that's enough for me.
Guys, smiley face, commence please if you don't mind. Not when asking for no, get mentor status the legit way. And he whispered him, eat shit. Yep, there he is. There's your average mentor. Look at this lunatic. A macro to fire off 4 fucking messages at the end of the dungeon, all to get a golden crown. Some of them even use ASCII art as a desperate attempt to get noticed. But every line is a separate party chat message, so you're just getting ding 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 ding. I hate mentors. Horrible people. Anyway, let's get back to the dungeon. The tank has been kicked and replaced by a normal person. You battle forth, but you notice your healer casting Cure 1. You politely inform them that using Cure 2 is more effective than spamming Cure 1 and...
You have to be careful about this. I've actually been told this is a reportable offense. You cannot coach someone else on how to play. So, and that's actually, I can't remember who said it. It was when I was trying to really learn Black Mage and somebody was like, actually, Kip, you should be using Mana Font. But the way they word it is very much, hey, not telling you how to play. This is what I've seen. This is, playing Black Mage. If you use Mana Font, that will expand your DPS window by, another DPS window. Right? You will double your DPS window. And people might say it's a very like reserved way of doing it, a very cautious way, because you can't really tell people how to play the game. You have to be careful about that. You cannot coach someone like that. That being said, for me specifically, as somebody who wants to Savage content, who wants to Ultimate content one day, and who, like I said earlier, has like 80% uptime, maybe, I'm ballparking there, of like Thunder uptime, right? Like my dot on Black Mage. I appreciate all the help I can get. I appreciate when it's worded as advice, absolutely. But here's the thing, and here's the thing that actually feeds into the mentor thing. If you're going to beg for commendations to get to your 1,500, do you actually care about the game? Are you actually going to learn the game? Probably not. If you just go through the game, even if you have to do 10,000 duties to hit your 1,500 commendation, do you think you're going to know the game? Do you think that, if me streaming 14, somebody goes and, hey, Kip, I noticed that you're really not, proccing, Mana Ward. Do you know what it does? Oh, I actually don't know what it does, right? And, oh, well, actually, Mana Ward does this, it actually doubles your FPS window, right? Or DPS window. Like, you see how that's organic and you see how that helps everyone involved? Someone gets to help, someone gets to learn. There's a mutual gain here, right? I don't know. I also have a very, specific mentality when it comes to that. If I don't know, I get standoffish if the healer rescues me and is don't stand in the tower, the totem 5-head, right? And it's this is how I've always done it. I don't really care. I mean, if we're doing wall to wall, sure. I don't know. There's certain things I'll get combative about if they're really trying to criticize me. At the same time though, if somebody's have you considered using Mana Mana Ward on this mechanic, right, to actually tank this hit? Oh, I actually hadn't considered that. I didn't even think that this was relevant to use here. Thank you for that, right? It's all about intent. It's all about how you deliver. It's all about how you receive the information. This game has great potential to be taken positively. Absolutely. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Hoping for a proc. Guess what they do? Yeah, man, they throw a tantrum. Cure 2 is better than Cure 1 fishing. Cure 2 costs 1000 mana, and you take a lot of damage. But thanks for playing my class for me. Okay. Cure 2 over Cure 1 lets you have more time to do damage too. Lol. I can let you die if you want. They're just being helpful. I don't need healing lessons, and it's obnoxious. I've played for 9 years. Kick me then. Oh.
They've played for 9 years. What's your EX clear count? Oh, I'm sorry. They're all unsynced too. As somebody who clears my EX is unsynced right now, right? Weird how those seem to overlap.
Oh yeah, kick you from a dungeon after someone offered free advice. Yeah, how could you keep playing after being harassed like that? Oh, were those not insane enough for you? Alright, have this one then. This was whispered to someone after the dungeon was over, so I'll bother myself suggesting you not to teach anyone anything that you don't properly know, because clearly you have no idea about the basic of a low-level healer and mana management. Next time, I'm sure the healer, instead of using basic heals and DPSing, will stop DPS and use the heal that more mana takes, based in your word.
This made my brain hurt to read.
The basic heal has a chance to trigger free healing because of something, so you better learn the game and level up your healers before speaking. And don't bother answering, you are blacklisted by both, but at least you may learn a bit of modesty and also about the game. See ya. Zodiark, huh?
Okay.
Tell me about it. Anyway, hey man, put the blunt down for a moment. Check me out. At this point, I have a riddle for you. A kind of math assignment. Let's say that you have a powerful AoE attack. It does 2000 damage to each affected enemy. Now, can you tell me, would you be doing more damage if there are 3 enemies in the AoE or only 1 enemy?
Are we talking about DPS gain? I've been on a binge with this week. Certain abilities are technically different. So like with Paladin, as it was explained to me, Paladins should be using. I think it's up to. I know the safe number is 2. We're gonna use Paladin specifically here. Paladin is safe to single target on 2 because you have Holy Circle. Holy Circle being a free AoE cast, right? So technically, yeah, you can single target 1, 2, 3, and then Holy Circle to keep aggro on them. Like you can grab it with the AoE. But I think Paladin's AoE is a DPS loss under 3. I think it's a DPS gain above 3. But someone's going to have to quote the math on that for me. Like, I actually really loved learning about this. Like, it's so cool. I think Gunbreaker 2 and above, I think, is a DPS gain. So, but that's all background math. Very few people, aside from me and some high-tier players, care about that, right? It's fascinating to hear about, but in the broad scheme of things, if there's 3 or more enemies, use your AoEs. It is a lower potency, but you're going to be able to deal more lower potency across more targets, therefore having more damage. Thus, as I understand it, being a DPS gain, right? You are gaining DPS because you are hitting 3 targets for 250 rather than hitting 1 target for 275, right? Like you're just. That's at least as I understand the concept, without someone like actually walking through like an actual prepared essay on the topic, right? Generally, you'll be using your AoEs. I will actually single target depending on the situation personally, but it's very case by cases, and it really depends. But generally, yeah, 3 or more, you've been using your AoEs.
That's right, kids. You got it. 6,000 is greater than 2,000. Would you believe me if I told you this is a highly debated topic in FF14? What the fuck? What? You waste LB on trash mobs? Yeah, make things melt. Dipshit. I personally would have preferred to save it for the boss. Why the LB? Because our LB hits multiple targets. That was a waste of LB. It wasn't. It's pretty standard to save LB for the last boss. For the last 10%. For the last 10%? Why? What's...
Limit Break doesn't even do anything in Arcadian. Limit Break has been just so outclassed at this point.
special about that? You don't do more damage to the boss the lower its HP is. These people must live a crazy life, you know? Not being able to form a thought. Use Limit Break for end boss for future, okay? It's better used for trash. Incorrect, but okay.
Okay, I see what's being argued here. No, so here's the thing, right? I mean, what's the one I go through every single time? Chrysalis, ARR duty. Chrysalis. Where does every single group use the Limit Break? They use the range Limit Break to hit the Ethereal Tear, right? Or they like to hit the things when what was his name? Nibrialas, right? Nibrialas transports you, right? Like, or you go into an Alliance raid, right? And they're gonna hit the certain pack of enemies every single time with the Limit Break. it's just efficient. Like, we're not using LB anyways. We're going to get LB3 by next fight anyways, right? Might as well take out the trash mobs and take a little strain off the tanks and healers, right? Tanks have to tank less. Healers have to heal less, right? Oh no, it was an LB1 or an LB2 into a group of trash mobs. How terrible.
Ah yes, when I have no idea what I'm talking about, the first thing I do is speak up. I see you're new here. Trust me, man, you don't want to do that except in rare occasions, or you're gonna get your ass chewed by high-level players in high-level dungeons. Well, on behalf of all high-level players in high-level dungeons, use Limit Break for trash pulls. Don't listen to these low-functioning players. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you want to save it for a big hit on a boss. Have you considered just like, I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, let's say, hypothetically, Tyrant, right? Tyrant from Arcadian had an ad phase, right? Like, after the ring comes together, let's say he summons the three weapons in the center, right? And they're all gonna just like fire off attacks as autos, right? Like line, circle, and inner circle, right? Right, like they're just gonna fire off attacks. Yeah, you could say. I mean, I don't know. That's a raid specifically, so that's probably a bad like instance because you want to save LB3 for generally your healers or very very low HP. Like, but I'm sure there's certain raid scenarios someone could point out where yeah, you quite literally use it to clear ad phase. In fact, I think they do it in Ultimate content a lot, if I'm being completely honest. The DSR reaction we did, right? I think DSR, they originally day one used Limit Break to clear certain mechanics and clear certain phases, right? It's a tool. It's a tool for a reason. I honestly just play without like expecting Limit Break to be available until someone mentions, you know, like DPS LB, and then sure I'll proc it as like Reaper or something. But I just play without it personally.
Oh, and look at this one as well. Don't be surprised that I stopped healing you during that Amdapur run. When I'm healer, if someone wastes or misuses LB on ads or trash instead of bosses as it's meant to be used to chunk their health, I will happily revoke their right to be healed.
Bro, what a weirdo.
Remember, healers control the party's lives in their hands. Now enjoy. Fucking unhinged. This isn't even... There are thousands of posts on the subreddit of just the most mind-numbing people getting upset at absolutely nothing. Maybe Dungeons was a mistake.
You know what? I feel like I'm bad at the game, but I'm not this bad, and I take that as a win.
Let's go back to Limsa.
Oh no, not Limsa, please, not like this.
On pretty much every server, Limsa is considered the main player hub. From cute, handsome, smart, funny guys in animal outfits to grown-ass men pretending to be children walking around licking people, Limsa has no absence of players to poke fun at. But to start off, I'd actually like to talk instead of certain inanimate objects that have throughout history made role players upsetty. My friends, let me introduce you to the benches. These
I know old benches have some sort of context, but I don't know the Limsa ones.
Benches, these motherfucking benches, for some unexplainable reason, they just attract the most brain-dead of brain-dead players. Every single server has some sort of drama associated with the Limsa benches.
Oh, where is it? There it is! There's Diabolos! We did a chat!
The Ultros server had a racist e-bully lose his mind because they took his spot on a bench. Spriggan had their Lala bench overtaken by a Zoomer guild, who then started doxing the original inhabitants. Because of course they did. Odin had me. Let me tell you a story.
Oh.
One night, a couple of years ago, I was ready to go to bed, and I looked around for a comfy spot to AFK at. I saw this bench, completely empty, and went to lay down on it. The next few days were a busy time for me, so I didn't really tap back into the game to move, and I stayed there for like a week. Then I received a whisper. I don't know if you're here, but you should move from the bench, because many players are talking about reporting you.
For what? What could you possibly report this poor man over?
This made me come. I'm being reported for laying on a bench in a video game. Fucking delicious. And I immediately found out who it was. It was some sort of harem consisting of a guy, question mark, and 3 cat girls, question mark, who liked to cuddle on this bench. In their minds, everybody knew that this was their bench, and
bro, just 3 sweaty old guys in their 40s cuddling on a bench. Nothing to see here. It's great.
I was performing targeted harassment against them by laying on it. By their own admission, each of them reported me twice every day. That's
How? I'm pretty sure that's actually something you're not supposed to do. I'm pretty sure if you file false reports like that, you're actually asking to get bopped.
8 reports every single day that the GMs have to go through and be like, oh hey, it's those cretins again. Delete. What a way to waste their time. But for most people, me not getting banned for this would be proof that like, oh, I guess he's not breaking a rule, otherwise the GMs would have dealt with him.
Weird.
No, instead, they blamed the customer support being bad. They figured the GMs weren't even looking at their tickets, instead of like not banning a guy for laying on a bench. Fucking imbeciles, dude, holy shit. But since the reports didn't work, they actually started telling people that they successfully got me banned for a week.
Dude, the cope is so hard.
Zoom in on my face. Zoom in on my face with that camera. Unforgivable. Eventually I did get up and probably went to harass some other innocent erotic role player. Or just AFK somewhere else while we're...
Bro, honestly though, just can't you have people in Island Sanctuary? Can't you have other people join your Island Sanctuary? Just go to Island Sanctuary. No one cares. You don't own an asset in Limsa Square. That's not how that works.
Anyway, nowadays their ERP harem has broken up.
Nice.
Probably because of some internal high school drama. You know it was some petty shit like that. Now,
bro, I don't think you understand. I play this game to talk with cool people and to play with people way better than me. Like actually though. Like, I could show up to an actual party finder thing and someone could be like, hey, how you doing? And we could probably just end up on, like, an entire, like, DM just back and forth. Like, an entire DM chain on just, like, savage mechanics and how fascinating I find them. Because that's just the kind of person I am, right? Like, cool, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about fun stuff, right? I don't know. I also will just / lean against like, the wall or something. Oh, someone's sitting on that bench? Damn, that sucks. I guess I'll go over here and I'll go lean against like a pillar or something. It's not that deep.
now the bench belongs to normal people. I can only hope that I helped restore beauty back to Odin once again.
Order.
But where there's a hero, there must always be a villain.
Ready for
Hey
this?
man, check it out. Come over here. Look. I think I've finally figured out a test to determine how fit someone is to take part in society. Let me show you how.
I'm really sad that I cannot get that emote anymore. This emote was tied to... What was this tied to? Is it the Shiva statue? I don't remember. I missed the Shiva emote because they'll never reprint the statue. I missed the Omega emote because they'll never reprint the statue. I don't know what the Heidelin one comes from. I think that's the Heidelin and Zodiac statue, which I did miss, right? Bro, I'm so sad. But at the same time, it's like, I get it, right? I don't know. 14's weird with exclusivity, because like they do want exclusivity, but they don't want exclusivity. Cloud hairstyle makes sense. It makes sense because that was the winner of an art contest. That's why it's controversial every time they try to re-release it to give it to new art contest winners. Statue from 15 years ago, definitely a little bit of a hard one to justify. Thankfully, I was able to buy I got my Heidelin and Zodiac idols because somebody posted in my Discord links through Amazon because someone still had sealed product and was selling on Amazon. So I got my like Blu-ray Endwalker disc thing. I got my Endwalker book and I got my code. So thank you for that, whoever did that. I can't remember who did that. It's weird. Like, I get limited run things like Mountain Dew Bird or, like, weird pork mount, right? Like, I get that. It's a weird one. Because on one hand, I want to respect, like RuneScape has, like, green party hats and stuff if you've been around long enough, right? Like, I get it, right? At the same time, it kind of sucks because I will never actually own the Omega emote, and it makes me sad.
Figured out a test to determine how fit someone is to take part in society. Let me show you a hypothetical. Imagine that I walk into a busy shopping center with a basket of yellow steamed buns. They're not the best buns. They're not even good, necessarily. Okay. I'm not from northern Shanxi or anything. I'm just a white guy trying to sell the shoddy steamed buns I've made. Okay. So I start yelling, "Yellow steamed buns! Yellow steamed buns!" And eventually, people start coming up to me. Not to make a purchase, but to tell me, "Hey, can you stop yelling? You're being really fucking annoying." And here is the philosophical question. Should I, option A, stop yelling because I'm annoying people? Or option B, keep yelling because they're haters? They're just jealous that they can't make steamed buns like I can. That's all it is. They're just mad. The correct...
Yeah, just stop, right? Like... Yes, you're allowed to do what you want, but within reason, right? I think that's supposed to be the litmus test here, right? Like, if you're doing something and it is actively causing a disturbance or causing a problem, just stop. Hey, hey, stop. Hey, it's 2 a.m. Can you not play such loud music? You know, we know that you like, In Flames, but can you stop? It's like 2 a.m. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I won't let it happen again, right? That's the end of that's it. That's the end. Now, it's different if it's like, hey, can you stop playing your music so loud? Karen, it's like 4 PM. This is awake people hours, right? And maybe you turn the music down a bit, right? Reasonably so. Like, there is an overreach where someone's being a nosy neighbor or like a Karen, right? Like, yeah, if you're being annoying, just stop being annoying. Like, I hate that this is a hard concept.
The correct answer is A, right? I would love to hope all of you agree it's common human decency to stop doing something that you annoy other people with.
Yeah.
The people who would choose option B are fucking cretins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're little bitches. Everybody agrees, right? Fuck that guy yelling in the shopping center. Now, let's move this hypothetical into Final Fantasy, shall we?
Like, because then I farm this, and then I get more views and follows. So it literally only makes me stronger.
Popo?
I have no clue who this is.
Get more views and follows. So
I wanted to read this. Twitch YouTube streamer that spams shout chat multiple times an hour, and multiple DCs talking about the stream, whose word lights are ugly, and they are forced to draw them. I feel like there's multiple points of failure here. I feel like if this being my primer, I feel like there's already multiple points of negativity feeding in on itself.
literally only makes me stronger.
Popo the artist is a streamer, citation needed, and an artist, citation needed. She is also very well known in the community. No, not for streaming.
Literally never heard of her.
And no, not for art. But for hiring people to spam her stream link every 30 minutes in every single city, in every single server. She tries to justify this by saying she actually hires sprouts to do this, thus supporting new players. But all the low-level accounts doing this are alts. Yeah, I keep track. What of it? I'm like a little detective boy. So why do they use alts? Well, 1. Their friends would bully them for being a Popoto artist spammer, and 2. They get blacklisted by a majority of people, and they don't want their main being like that one guy from Black Mirror, you know that guy? So they know
Never seen it. I also appreciate that you stole a cosplayer in that.
what they're doing is wrong, but instead of not doing it, they circumvent the negative repercussions on them. And for what? 300k an hour? You can make more than that just by doing maps, or crafting, or gathering, or fucking anything.
Bro, actually, bro, can a venue just hire me? Just hire Kip, right? What does Kip do? Kip is just you just talk to Kip for a half hour, just like absolutely scream into the void about how life sucks, and then be like, okay, cool, yeah, thanks, I kind of needed that. Is that a service that I can offer? Can I just be emotional support, Kip? I would do that. I could be reasonably booked for a venue.
I saw a guy on Reddit calculate this. Do you know how much these people would be making if we were to convert the gil per hour into actual money? 20 cents an hour.
Nice.
Their time is worth 20 cents an hour. My dearest friend, if you would go outside for once, you could find more than that on the fucking ground. Hell, I'll pay you 40 cents an hour not to spam her links.
Guys, have you I'm trying. Why is she floating in the back? I'm so confused. I don't know how he's getting set pieces. Good set piece though. Yeah, like when you're like, I will pay you to not do the thing. Okay, cool.
I'm on the fucking ground. Hell, I'll pay you 40 cents an hour not to spam her links. I'm serious, send your CV to the business email. Check out the wording on these ads as well, this has always ground my gears. It's a player-organized FF14 event, where an artist makes paintings of you. FF14 event, huh? Hey guys, you better not miss this limited time event. Don't
I feel like this also, because I heard something about, we were talking about how people will like advertise like artist parties or something like that. And like that's the thing I guess people do. Like you show up and they just make art of your like character. And it's like cool and it's like wholesome, right? It gives them a bad rep by association because someone just does this, right? Like it's literally Logan Paul, right? Like actually the concept of Logan Paul, right? Where man, he's so sleazy, and then you think every Pokemon player is a scalper and is sleazy, right? but that most Pokemon players don't really care and hate scalpers themselves, right? Like, it's that effect.
Bullshit around. You're shamelessly plugging your stream. Ain't no event. You can paint a turd gold, but it's still a turd. Come get painted by a Pictomancer. Girl, if you're a Pictomancer, your parses are grey as fuck. So, what's the player reception like? How do people feel about her? Well, she has like 20 regulars that show up to her streams and in
Yo, just like me though. Like, I have like a core audience, like 20 people who watches me. I love all of you.
her YouTube comments, I'm gonna wildly assume that they're like 17-year-old incel dudes hoping that she will fuck them if they defend her honor. They do type that way. As for everyone else, here's a Reddit thread with 100+ replies just fucking shitting on her. I find their shout spam worse than FC recruitments or venue ads. My friend got a portrait done by a Popoto artist. The result looked nothing like his character. I blocked their spam shouts on site, and their art is mid-tier anyways. Their opinion hardly matters for anything. Maybe if she stopped being insufferable, she'd have more time to practice.
Like, and that's the thing, right? Is I think people genuinely wouldn't have an issue if she literally just wasn't spamming shout chat. Like, not being, and that's the thing, is like, not being receptive of that is having a negative feedback loop. But at the same time, as somebody who is smaller YouTuber, smaller streamer, I totally get it. I totally get the need to hustle. I totally get the need to try to push for more metrics. I totally get it. It's a vicious cycle.
I tried so hard to give her a chance last year, and she had such a I'm better than you, and my tastes are objectively correct, and anything you say is wrong vibe. I've sat in their stream before. They were very vocal about hating furries and said some nasty things about trans folk, which had me honestly just flabbergasted. Nothing reportable, but it was very much a lot of red flags.
I don't know. That's... People care way too much about what's in someone else's pants. I'm going to be completely honest, right? Like, I also noticed the narrative of, like, what is it? What is the weird narrative people paint? Something. They just assume the trans person is gonna hit on them. Bro, like, if it happens, if someone hits on you, know what you can say? See, there's this magical word. It's called no. Okay? Like, if someone in chat asks me right now, right? Like, you know, hey Kip, you wanna go to Limsa? No, I'm good. Oh, cool, thanks. That's the end of the interaction. Simple as, right? There's words called no. Consent exists. Like, respect is a thing, right? Like, I don't know, dude. Every time I see the argument comes up, my brain just, it hurts. Because it feels like it just talks about a lot of nothing. Like, it's such a weird argument. Like, just let someone else live their life. If they're FTM, if they're MTF, I don't care. Cool. Have a good day. Awesome. Good for you. Like, live your life. Best life. Thumbs up, right? I'm giving thumbs up right now. Like, why does it matter? I don't know, dude. It makes my brain hurt. I hate that I have to like primer this discussion every time because it feels absurd. At a certain point, it's just absurd to talk about, right? Just let other people live their lives. Focus on your own life. Like, actually, though.
Wow, she sure does seem like a garbage person, huh? Too bad this whole thread is a baseless witch hunt.
Really?
You thought I was just gonna present these as facts. I told you, I'm a little detective boy. The point of the Reddit post itself was a clip of her saying, some players' characters are ugly. Who the fuck cares? Yeah.
It's such a nothing, like, okay, sure. Your point.
Yeah, some people have ugly characters. Some people don't know color theory. Some people aren't good at fashion. What?
I didn't know color theory. This was someone I used to know actually made the way I look in game now. Because I was I can't remember the hairstyle. It's the very curly one that's long, right? The diva looking hairstyle of Mikote, but it was like red and yellow. Like, my OG actually looked god-awful. Simple as. And that's why I have a more competent design now, because someone else, like, actually was like, Kip, here's this character. These are the settings. Just do this. Simple as.
What is she saying wrong? My friend got a portrait done and it looked nothing like his character.
Okay.
No proof? Just something that happened to a friend somewhere? Very vocal about hating furries. Was she? And you didn't clip it? Said some nasty things about trans folk. Oh wow, a rumor about someone being transphobic with no proof whatsoever.
Okay, and here's the thing. then that is a point where I start backtracking, right? And I go, okay, what evidence do you have? There's no evidence to support this? Then I don't believe it. Simple as. That's just how that works, right? If Yaka were to say something along the lines of, well, Kip just sells really awful ribbons in Warframe World Chat, do you got to post, Yako? Do you got to post that I'm selling that Seedy Prime ribbon for 10,000 platinum? You know what I'm saying, though, right? It's a fun way to frame it, right? Like, back it up with receipts. No one likes baseless accusations and allegations. If there's actually something tangible, screenshot it. Okay, we'll get upset at it. But you have to bring receipts.
How original. Haven't seen that done before. It would be so unbelievably easy for me to just cherry pick the worst comments and spend the next 5 minutes painting her in the worst possible light. But I do have to be fair. I think some of the comments in this thread are completely made up so that people can farm sympathy upvotes for their Reddit accounts. I don't think she would say anything negative about trans people. She values her e-career too much. I really don't think she did it. Out of curiosity, I checked her stream out while writing the script to see how much is actually true. The stream was her drawing in silence while she was playing someone else's YouTube video to entertain her chat. Okay.
Sorry, I can't do it, dude. Don't get me wrong. What I do is very derivative. Reactions are very derivative. I feel, in all fairness, we are currently sitting at almost 2 hours on this exact video. I feel I try to at least add something.
Never mind, I'm done defending her. So what was her response to all of this hate that she's getting? She doesn't care. In fact, she cares so little that she talked about it for 26 minutes in this YouTube video. I didn't watch the whole video. I got 8 minutes in and it was just so fucking boring. The Sims Season 4 Episode 10 was in the recommended videos, so I just went to watch that instead. Not that it matters what she says or gaslights or backpedals in the video, because this one clip is all I need to show you.
Like with every new drama, it just like brings more views to my channel. Making stuff like this only makes me stronger.
I hate rage baiting so much. She like, that's the thing, is she's not wrong. Like, that's how rage baiting works. Like, actually.
Like, because then I farm this, and then I get more views and follows.
Oh, yes.
Didn't Bao the Whale say something like that? Something about, like, engagement baiting or something? I don't remember, dude. I honestly stopped, like, I stopped and checked out of the VTuber community a while ago. Cinder drops a 1,000-page document. I spend, like, an hour and a half trying to read it, and I'm just like, I can't, bro. This ain't happening. I'm too employed to deal with this.
That is what is most important. Not being a respectable person, not being considerate and liked by people. It's about the views, the fame, the subscriber count, the shocked face and red arrow in the thumbnail. Yes, that is what matters in life. Being an influencer. That actually happens to be the motto of this gaggle of half-wits that I showed before. Hey, remind me, what do people think about them again?
Logan Paul should be like old-timey crucified in like
yes! Preach!
a public setting.
Yes!
Wow. Hey, at least he gets views, right? On a quick side note, I found this gumroad shop that she runs. 5 quid for a pack of desktop wallpapers. Foreground not drawn by her, and background also not drawn by her.
That's a weird one. She probably bought commercial rights then.
Really putting the artist in Popoto artist. Oh, I'm sorry, is this not to your liking? Well, maybe you'd like to spend that 5 quid on a set of cursors instead, also not drawn by her. 1 rating, let's check it out. Missing handwriting, alternate select, person select, and location select on Windows.
Nice.
5 stars. Thanks for the review, Maurice. Enjoy having your E-crushes VTuber on your desktop. Honestly, the only real problem people have with her is the stream plugging. Streamers who advertise in game chats get bullied anyway, and her actually hiring people to do it, it's just, it's so delicious to make fun of her.
I'm gonna be honest, I mean, at least she has the gil to do it, dude. Bro, I couldn't do it. Once again, 900,000 gil, okay? I got nothing. Like, she's doing something to make all that gil.
Potato artist, listen. Nobody has a problem with you doing art. Nobody has a problem with you streaming. But stop with the shameless plugging. Everybody openly mocks you. If you were to, God forbid, die tomorrow, that would be your legacy. Ah yes, I remember Popoto artist. That annoying chat spammer. Glad she's fucking gone. Good luck with your commentary videos or whatever the fuck these are supposed to be. At least you don't make Overwatch clip compilations.
Oh, snap.
Summer of 2022. In Austin, Texas, a team of developers are out celebrating the launch of their new game, Cult of the Lamb, which would go on to win a Golden Joystick Award for the best indie game.
Has it already been like 4 years?
Meanwhile, towards the east, the FBI is combing through an estate in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, seizing multiple boxes of classified government documents.
Hell yeah! It's why I tell the military. Okay, talk to a military lawyer. There is precedent if you are in the military and have ever been prosecuted, punished, etc., for dealing with any sort of classified information. There's precedent. This has set precedent. You should be talking to a lawyer.
From a Russian puppet, Donald Trump. But that's what August looked like in the real world. In the virtual one, even more trouble was brewing. Limsa Lower Decks, Odin server. Players are starting to take notice of a man who, in Shout Chat, is lamenting of a gambling cabal that have him in their sights, and he is not afraid to take them on. This is Roz, and he is a death rolling host. If you're not familiar with death rolling, here's an anime girl to fill you in.
Death rolling is a game of chance involving two people. At the start, an amount of money is wagered, for example, 100k. The players roll a random number one at a time, capped at 999, and decreasing down to what the previous player rolled. The first player to reach 1 loses, and has to pay up his 100k to the other player. Good job, cutie. You now know how to death roll.
I hate the realistic lip sync. Oh, it throws me off. It's my uncanny valley is just it's peaked.
Ooh.
Wow, was that the real Belle Delphine? But now that you're familiar, you might make a connection between death rolling and Frosty Flowers from RuneScape.
I don't remember this.
And you'd be completely right to do so. Although, there is one tiny difference. Frosty Flowers has mafia organizations who try doxing, phishing, and scamming to put their competitors out of business in order to increase their real-world profits.
Yeah.
That isn't the case in Final Fantasy, because money isn't really worth much in the game. And while services that offer trading in-game currency for real money exist, they're not even remotely as common as they are in RuneScape.
Yeah, RuneScape, not RuneScape specifically, as in like Jagex, like RuneScape players allegedly love their RMT. Something. What was it? What were the green dragon farmers? I can't remember. Were they from Ecuador or where was that? Venezuelan gold farmers. Yeah. Look, as a RuneScape player, RuneScape has gone through some stuff. I've been in and out of the game for 20 years. Like, I come back every now and again. They're currently going through EOC 2, which is its own mixed bag for me personally. Some of the changes they're making. So not trying to eliminate Dailyscape and recapture the main monitor content while simultaneously making things like ports still a thing. So very much still Dailyscape and still kind of being the king of second monitor content. Because I'm going to react to videos if I have to make 15,000 overloads. That's what I did over the course of like a week, right? I made 15,000 overloads and reacted to videos. Simple as, right? That's a whole different conversation, though. Yeah, RuneScape and Gold and RMT very much share an interesting relationship.
Therefore, these shady organized crime practices don't really happen in Final Fantasy. So, then, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Well, as it turns out, a lot of things happen in this man's mind that don't actually happen in the world we all live in. Okay. Unfortunately, Roz decided to go on the offensive, and a couple days later, word had spread of a rival death rolling host being a pedophile. Yes, Roz used the tried and true Fortnite player tactic of spreading a pedophile rumor. You wouldn't believe how many people do this, both in Final Fantasy and on the internet in general. You also wouldn't believe how many people fall for it. That was immediately curtains for the rival death roller. Friends and strangers alike started avoiding him, and he disappeared. Maybe he changed name, maybe he transferred servers, maybe he quit entirely. I don't know. But god, I'm glad people who spread high school rumors like this are still allowed to exist. Over the next couple of weeks, Roz continued on spewing just mindless drivel in Shout Chat, asking people to gamble against him and having debate matches with absolutely nobody. He started calling more and more people pedophiles that he perceived as a threat to his gambling empire. Most of them just genuinely random people that didn't even know he existed. I wish I took screenshots to show you the insane shit that went on during this time, but sadly, back then, I couldn't have possibly have known what would happen next. On the 24th of August, 2022, I tabbed into Final Fantasy XIV to discover Roz having a shouting match against himself.
Nice.
Or so it would seem. On closer inspection, there were actually 2 of them. One Ros Dante and one Ros Dorte. This immediately piqued my interest, but I didn't necessarily have a lot of free time on my hands, so I needed a way to keep an eye on this without me having to be present. So I added a couple of lines of code to one of my plugins. Every time the word
That's a thing? I've never heard of it personally. I mean, I guess maybe he's like screen capturing, right? I guess it would make sense, right? Like maybe you're using not 14 specifically as the base, but like, I don't know, writing something up in, I don't know. I was about to say Java. I don't even know if I still use Java. Yeah, I could maybe see it being able to like, you know how OBS, like how it records my screen 1, right? How it just records the screen and then it like compiles the chat log into it. It's completely separate of 14. I don't know how this works, dude. It's not my specialty.
Ros appeared in chat, it would log the message, including 3 before and 3 after, into a text file. And
Nice.
oh boy, the shit that it caught. Ros Dorte, come here. I don't come here, you come here. You having fun with yourself? I wanna see the fan. He's a hater fan. I not your fan even though you're cool and smart, plus plus. Autism. Please can somebody get help for him? Anyone who thinks he's my alt are their friends of this sad person. Ros Dorte, come to the tree, space question mark. I'll death roll you. 238291? Did what? I use Mozilla Firefox to fake dice roll. You ever hear of Inspect Element? Noob. A weirdo trying to be me. Yeah, who would want that? Maybe we are all you. Just all in your head. Man's going cuckoo. Ross, you need to
I love how Nene is absolutely feeding into this, you know?
wake up. The glowing CIA operatives are coming. This is our only way to communicate with you. Run. No one believes you, by the way. Dude, you couldn't fucking make this shit up. Why he run when I mentioned Discord? Dorte, did I take your woman? I do not know where to unlock White Wizard. Dude,
White
Gandalf
Wizard.
after he died fighting the Balrog walking around Valinor. I don't know where to unlock White Wizard. Oh my god.
I actually really love that clearly he knows enough about the Sumo Relay that he can make this joke. That's a 10.
Where do I go? Ross Dorte, dance in front of me. I'll bless your 90+ day account. My account? Scammer? You know profiles show on Lodestone. Lol. Come dance for me. No, you will hack me. At this point, Ross Dante actually whispered me. This is the first time I had a personal interaction with him. And by that, I mean he whispered me at 4:51 a.m. So, you know, he was having an interaction with me, I guess. People come from all over to say I'm famous, and clubs pay me to attend, lol. I couldn't even think of this, LeMayo. You idiots skyrocketed me to fame, but I've a fake alt, lol. You maked me bigger, lol. If I was wrong, why would random people come here to say hi, and people I don't know say, oh, different people? GG. See it, weirdo, you can't be me. What? I do believe at this specific time he thinks that I am Ross Dorte. He does circle through like 20 different people that he constantly accuses of being the imposter, and I guess that night at 5 a.m. I was the one behind it all.
Look, this is why the edible gummies have like 10,000 milligrams in them. Let's be honest, right? Like, you're not trying to relax. A man like Raz is trying to run for his demons.
He actually kept whispering me to this day. Check it out, let me read you the entire log. 5th of January 2023. You be awake 1 a.m. Saturday. I respond with the quote that is now very popular among my friend groups. People come from all over to say I'm famous, and clubs pay me to attend, lol. He asks, how long ago was that? Also, trolling is a thing. But okay, you don't want the invite. And this is the only other thing I've ever said to him. I called him a brainlet. Because, like, fucking look at him, why wouldn't I? And he goes, okay, Ross Dorte. That trolling thing kind of threw me for a loop. Like, maybe he is just pretending to be delayed in French. But considering all the other shit we're about to uncover, no, he's not pretending. Maybe he had a brief moment of clarity in his very foggy life. 1st of January 2024, almost a year later. Lol, you'll keep being mad at me? Happy
Bro, I can't imagine doing this with somebody for a year, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sad that I don't hear from people sometimes, right? I'm sad because I feel like I get left behind sometimes, but like, I can't imagine thinking about someone over the course of a year like this. Like, What? Just people live rent free in this man's brain.
New Year's, homie. That is all. 12th of January. Who is more famous now, homie? LMAO. I got to admit, after this one, I got really excited and I did immediately go to Google him, but nothing came up as usual. So maybe he had a Fortnite TikTok go viral or something.
Fair.
13th of January. You awake yet? Sent at 12:40 a.m. Am I awake yet? Dude, it's midnight. 12th of February. Congrats on leveling today, lol. You got a YouTube channel, homie? No idea why he asked. Did not specify.
This is part of why I'm a little like hesitant to do anything, like go to like 14 party find. Like I said, like go to party finder venues and stuff. This is actually the stuff that creeps me out. Like, imagine if somebody wanted to get a little too overly attached with Kip and thus knew like, oh, you have a YouTube channel and I saw you at this party finder thing. Interesting. Would be a shame if this were to end up on Twitter, right? Even if I just showed up and leaned in the corner and was chatting about Savage mechanics, right? Like, it's like in the prior segment where people paint a narrative and paint an image, right? That really worries me. Like, this is something that I'm constantly logging in the back of my brain.
Again, 4:16 a.m. I'm not here, dude. 19th of February. Talking to your alt, who nobody remembers either of you, lol. You still mad? Don't know who he was talking to at 2 a.m. on a Monday, but it was not my alt. And finally, 22nd of February. Mad? And that's all the interactions I've had with him. There will no doubt be more after this video gets released. Anyway, You'll never believe what happened next. Yes, more people arrived to make fun of Roz. Ross Dante from Raiden, LMAO. I'm happy you all so inspired by my greatness. Death rolls. Death roll. Slash yell. You know it says Raiden, right? You know it says Raiden, right? Slash yell. You know it says Raiden, right? Come on. Ross, Prince of Lisma, and Nanko, Court Chester, Car, GTA, San Andreas. I'll accept it, Dorte, but you, Ross, is the princess, I'm the king.
I can't look away. It's like watching a car crash. Like, you need to see what happens. Like, you need to see if that Mercedes blows up or not.
We the best, but I'm the biggest best. And then he just calls him fat.
Fat.
Dude. Ross versus fan. I have many fan because I'm famous. I am go insane with 9 demons speak in brain.
Oh, what is this reminding me of? Is it Le Fantabulous game? Is that the thing Vinesauce played? What is it? I need to find it really quick. Give me a second. Vinesauce Le Fantabulous game. Yeah, it literally reminds me of like Vinesauce, like sausage game. Like how they talk to each other. Like, can I find the clip? Like, meet sphere friend at fighty place circle friend fighty place. Like, that's what this is genuinely reminding me of. It feels like I've literally entered Vinesauce sausage game. Like, actually.
What the fuck am I reading, LMAO? Oh, another Ross to add to the blacklist. Go take your meds and the voices will disappear, Ross. But if they take their meds, their significant other will disappear. My account platinum member of Motorbike Club. Death roll me at Limsa Tree. This guy, someone death roll him for the love of God. Make a Ross FC. Football club? We win the cup. Limsa Schizo arc. Go spread the word in your low IQ way. Rather spread cream cheese on my bread.
Okay.
Kiska, why didn't you get a dancer? I got in trouble at the club. And they replied, I told you, I'm not interested. Ross Dante, ladies, man. Now was the time when I got really curious and decided to check around social media to see what kind of manlet this guy really is. At first, I found his Instagram account. And the suspicious number of followers on a private account aside, I would also like to bring attention to his profile picture. Are you ready? I'm gonna uncover it. Here it is. I can't fucking believe it, dude. The script writes itself. I used to have a profile picture like this as well. On Orchid when I was 11 years old.
I have no idea what Orchid is, if I'm being completely honest. I'm 31. I have no idea what this is.
I thought I was wicked badass. Then I found this AMA that he had made on the FF14 subreddit. And of course, nobody knew who he was, so he deleted it. At this point, you might be keen to play the sympathy card. Like, maybe there's something wrong with him, maybe he's suffering from some sort of mental disorder, but you better put that thing back in your deck and shuffle it, because I found his Reddit account. Please, allow me to read you some of my favorite comments.
Oh no.
White people don't cry racism in Japan though, but blacks do. Interesting point you brought up. Just goes to show, even without real racism, blacks will find a way to cry about racism. fucking racist ghetto bitches aren't qualified for a real job. Black Irish are just Irish with dark features. LeMayo, you people think a black Vikings isn't the same thing? Idiots. You know because this happened in London, it's 99% not a white man, right? Space question mark. This was commented under a post of a woman being stalked in London, by the way. The best countries in the world are in Europe. Sadly, some of those countries have become crime-ridden because of diversity. It's nearly always a white child victim to these mentally ill, low IQ bitches. Afro-Americans at their finest. The majority of shootings on school property isn't white incels, but gang-related. You can downvote me to hell, but there is a real reason why inner city and minority schools have metal detectors. If January 6th was a coup and so bad, then you must agree the BLM riots are far worse. I know you won't agree, Liptard. Now, finally,
I think I need to detox from that. I think I need a really strong drink.
Very close to achieving the Triforce of Brainlet. We have spreading rumors about others. We have openly racist. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. Is he transphobic?
Probably.
No, not really. I don't know. A little. He is e-dating a trans girl, which most believe is just him on an alt account. He used to log in on 2 accounts quite often, as you can see from the screenshot here. So think of that what you will. But also, here's a Reddit comment he made, criticizing a trans person. I find it comical that you decided to be trans 2 years ago, about the same time trans came into fashion. Let me guess, you were 34, had no kids, no life, and wokeism fucked up your life. Go get help, please. The comment also has a lengthy reply that starts off accusing him of being a neo-Nazi. Oh my god, how did they know? And then a giant essay proving every single one of his points wrong. To which he replied, "Don't know why you're so angry at me." Dude, this guy doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together to make a third.
What a miserable existence.
What a waste of a human soul. And hey, don't worry, in case you thought I didn't have a third talking point, I do. Roz also likes to moonlight as Tony Two-Tone and mac on the ladies. Sure about you. I'll accept you and your ugly friend. 2 of you. I got 2 hands. You can join as well. I can smack 3 things at once. Why she playing hard to get when she the ugly friend? I haven't the time to get emote, but I've time to ERP. If you free. I'm quite taken, XD. They can join or watch. Yeah, nah, I think not. Okay, that's okay. Thanks for being truthful. Unlike these women hiding their lust for me. Tomorrow, when they off working in McDonald's, they will drink and want me. By that time, I'll be over them. What you want? You said no to me today, but only for one day. No thanks, with a full stop.
You know the scene in Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Frank wants to be clean, he wants to be pure, and he's crawling on the ground like a slug? Like, just, like, in, what was it? It wasn't baby oil. Was it hand sanitizer? I feel like I need to have that happen at this point. Like we've gone too deep into the rabbit hole, and we've really experienced just true madness. And I need to just, like, douse myself in hand sanitizer and crawl on the ground like a banana slug. I feel like I need a detox.
At the end. You want to go to your place this fast? I'm shocked, but I'm okay with it. You can join my harem later. No problem. If I wanted to puke. Full stop. No thanks. Full stop. I swear to God, Roz has to know every single brand of pepper spray by taste. Now,
probably.
There's no way to get any real proof that Tony Two-Tone is Roz Dante, but look at him. Who else could this be? It's him, dude. So, probably transphobic? A little bit? Do we just give him the award anyway? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Yeah, transphobic confirmed. Here, the Brainlet Participation Medal. Congratulations.
Wonderful.
You might be wondering, what has happened to Roz? Where is he now? Well, like a month ago, he had a Roz episode again where he just started spitting mad brainlet for hours every night. Feel free to pause and read this if you wish, it's pretty good. But then, surprise, he got fucking banned. And of course, he's a chronically online halfwit, so he made new accounts and came back in full force, with memorable quotes such as, "You getting the legal papers in 2 to 3 weeks. My cousin married a lawyer." And who could forget, "I'm gonna delete this account anyway, but yeah, Alexis, whatever, and Bree, and them rats, people, everyone, they know, LeMayo. Push me more, I'll shoot you in the head." End of.
Actually, that's illegal. Wasn't there a case in the US that actually happened where somebody said this to a cop, and then the cop ended up like actually, like the sheriff actually went to his house and arrested him because this is actually illegal. Like, you can't do this.
Whoa, dude, big Roz. Hopefully this video will push you more. Maybe you'll turn your targets towards me, and you'll actually show up outside my house with a BB gun and a swastika bandana. You fat fuck. So, in conclusion, what can we possibly do to fend off such an army of evil? To be honest, initially, I was going to talk about the no harassment rule, and how it was being twisted to have these who will say a potty word first fights. Like, people really try to make the other person say something mean, so that they can run to the teacher and tell on them.
Yeah.
This is fucking vagina shit. But
this is Randall from Recess stuff. Absolutely.
But Mr. Naoki Yoshida himself saw this coming and announced the arrival of the enhanced blacklist system.
Was this the thing that got into hot water recently?
Now we can literally sunder the community, throw the undesirables on one side of the wall, and completely fucking void them so they don't exist. We could even open source a list of Popodo spammers, ERP shouters, various flavors of village idiot, and all collectively blacklist them. But don't take it from me. I've invited a specialist to give us the closing word on the subject. Please help me welcome onto the mic, Roz Dante.
Yes, that laugh. What do they say that was in the game that has no balls that's on her? Stop, big boy, and you're the smaller brother. And then he won't fight me in real life.
Truly inspiring. Thanks for watching. Vote Anchovy for President 2024, and peace, I'm out.
What a wild 2 hours. I don't, like, what do you do with this? What is happening? I'm so... What an amazing video. Like, actually, though, I thought this was really good. I thought this was a really good video. I thought that this brought up a really interesting side of the community that I think I'm thankful I haven't had to interact with. Definitely seeing just, like, the depths the rabbit hole goes is definitely a little interesting, to say the least. Yeah, sorry about my tracking. It is, like, almost midnight. It is, like, completely black. I don't have a light currently because the light burnt itself out. Just things. Don't worry about it. So sorry about the tracking, but honestly, this is great. This is a really cool dive into insanity. I need a detox. I need to go gather my time node. Actually, it's about to pop. Let me know what you thought about this. I thought this was really good. Definitely go check out oohboy, especially if you haven't. Like, this was actual, like, multi-100,000 subscriber content, and I'm actually a little, like, weirded out that he only has 12K. Like, hello? Like, this is actually really good content. So thank you, oohboy, for an amazing look at this. And as someone who started very late into Final Fantasy XIV and honestly didn't see a lot of this stuff, probably still won't see a lot of this stuff. Like, man, that's wild. It was really cool just to get a reference point for. And hopefully you guys found this enjoying as well. I'm going to go continue to enjoy 14 and just kind of follow the school of thought of I pay my sub. And, you know, I just hang out and enjoy my time and chat with cool people about, you know, raids and mechanics and stuff. And as it turns out, you can just ignore a lot of these people. But I think that there is a big problem with, you know, still venues and stuff getting advertised. I don't have anything against venues. I don't really care personally. It's whatever. You're allowed to play your game. You're allowed to do it. I don't know. It's a weird one to tackle because, you know, when people in general are allowed to do things, people often push boundaries, and that's when the ban hammer starts hitting. We find this out again and again. But thank you for watching. As always, links are in the description, and I will see you all in the next one.